straight to the page. Let's see. I guess we'll see in a minute.
All right, so what's going on, everybody? You live?
It looks that way.
All right, I think oh, shoot. I know I'm live. I'm live somewhere.
Because I can't hear you. I can't hear you.
I had the doggone feedback from one of the studio audience participants.
Had to be White Hand.
Yeah. White Hand's making sure he's dotting all I's and crossing all T's.
Hey, you got to lower yours too. Look at you.
Look at you. Boom. Bam.
Just making sure it's not cool.
All right, so you're a little bit off on mine there, Will.
What you mean off?
Okay, well, when you
because I was leaning over.
Gotcha,
I had to check the feed.
Gotcha.
There we go.
All right, so what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Cigar Chat. Once again, my friend, my name is Kel. I'm with Handlebars and Cigars. You can follow me on both Instagram and on YouTube at Handlebars and Cigars. And over to my left, we have
Will Hart from the world famous Cigars. Now broadcasting on the Cigars, hopefully, instead of just my basic channel.
Oh, check that out.
So we're gonna see if this is working. So we already got Reem.
So I can still get in Facebook and follow you at the Cigars?
Yes, sir.
Exclamation point, right?
Yes, sir.
Nice.
Yeah,
nice.
And it looks like Douglas and Matt and Reem have joined us.
Oh,
already.
Sweet.
So it looks like this is a better platform.
Man. Your numbers are ticking up. I got 2.
And I think that's probably you and
one hand. That's all right. That's all right. We'll get them followers up. But look, listen, we are in for a treat today. We have a special guest in the studio.
Yes, we do.
That's going to come on here and sit down with us, chop it up, smoke a cigar, and spit some knowledge on the cigar front. So what we're going to do, let's go ahead and introduce him and bring him down here.
Okay.
And get the party started, all right?
Let's do it.
So without further ado, we have my main man. Hopefully I'm saying his name right.
Kellen Wood.
Kellen, you hear that? Kellen Wood from
Barners
Cigars.
I'm like Barners.
Yeah, you like Barners. What's going on, man? How you feeling? Good. Welcome to the show.
All right.
Oh yeah, I told you them chairs, man. They was laughing at me struggling to climb up in these damn chairs. And
there's a little knob on the side. You can lower yours because this way you can be in frame.
Yeah.
He looks almost like decapitated.
I know, man. I'm squeezed down a little bit, man.
There you go.
There we go.
And we're not vertically challenged like myself.
Right.
And I'm sitting on a phone booth just to kind of even phone book just to kind of even things out a little bit. All right, so look, we have Kellen here. We're gonna go ahead and have him tell us a little bit about himself.
Oh, that's even worse.
Yeah, and kind of bring everybody up to speed on what's going on in his space. And we're gonna jump in and put him through the ring, and we're gonna ask some interrogating questions. No, we're not gonna do all that. Well, we're gonna definitely tap into his knowledge. Please, if y'all got questions, fire them away. Because we met this gentleman here over at the cigar event about 2 weeks ago.
OMB, Old
Mecklenburg Brewery. It was an AVO event. That's another story. We'll get in the nuts and bolts of that event here in a second. But also, before we start with that, I believe Will want to give some shout outs and some recognition to some of the people out here that we're currently having conversations with and this, that, and the other.
First and foremost, the cigar shop on Indian Trail.
Yes, 14,001.
There we go. We got them on it.
East. Independence Boulevard. Where? Indian Trail.
There you go.
North Carolina. Shout out to the fellas over there. Salute, Joey, Mike,
Minor,
the whole crew. Y'all holding it down. We appreciate you. All right, I'm sorry.
Also, State Line Cigars. Alan, who was kind enough to let me grab some more cigar boxes to try to finish up my ceiling.
Yeah, the 16th chapel you got going on over here. You're like Michelangelo or what have you.
I mean, the last time I stopped in there, I grabbed a little over 300 boxes. I filled the bed of my truck full of boxes. This time around, he's like, well, can't take all of them, but you can take some of them. How many do you think you need? I'm like, probably 80 or whatever. And he's like, well, you can grab like 20 or 40. I'm like, okay, well, this is what I'm doing. I showed him. And then he sees the shirt.
Boom.
And he's like, the Cigarage.
Boom.
He's like,
wait a minute.
You know them? I was like, no, that's me, bro. He goes, well, take what you need. I'm like, all right, now we're talking.
There you go. I think he said something about, there's another fella that comes in here.
Yeah.
Like Denzel. Is that handlebars? You.
Well, he was. I know, because he was wearing a Harley Davidson shirt.
Bam.
Alan was wearing a Harley Davidson shirt.
Bam. Boom. And he said, you know what? Take what you need.
Yep.
That's that name and face. That's that NIL we was working on. Name, image, and likeness. Got us squared away.
That's right. Yeah. That's right.
But huge shout out to the guys at State Line.
Yep.
Now that's out in Indian Land. South Carolina.
Not to be confused
with Indian Trail
in North Carolina.
Who else do we want to shout out to?
Moments with Michelle, Naima Pierce.
Yes.
We know you're watching.
Yes.
If not now, you'll be watching later.
Yep.
All my boys on Facebook, Corey, Doug, Mike Artino, Douglas. As a matter of fact, they had gone to an event with Pedro, or Pedro was at an event at one of these cigar locations.
Oh, okay.
Mike won the Deadwood Humidor and an H99 ashtray.
I tell you, that Deadwood Humidor is like your white whale, bro.
I'm done, bro. I'm done. I'm throwing in the towel. I'm done.
Look,
done.
I'm going
top of doors all the way.
I'm going to do $100 raffle for that humidor. You just give me the money, and I'll let you know if you want or not.
That's a hard pass. That's a hard pass.
That's on my side. I want to give a huge shout out to my man Jason, aka White Hand. I see my man Rod just showed up. What up, brother? How you doing? And my man JJ. Hold on. Let me. JJ from _Galaxy Designs. Check him out. He just hooked us up on a giveaway that we're going to do at our event, our meet and greet, which is June the 3rd from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. And we'll give you the further details on
his ashtray
is nice.
It's so shiny. You can't even see the detail on it. It looks like smoke on the inside. I told them, I'm glad you didn't make it look like ash because you'd never know if it was clean or not.
Yeah.
But so this is beautiful. One of a kind.
We're gonna call one. We're gonna call this a self-cleaning ashtray. Because it looked like ash, but it's clean. It's shiny ash.
Shiny ash.
It's ashy Larry.
It's that shiny ash.
There you go. It's ashy Larry. So Kellen.
Sir.
Yes. Go ahead and tell the people a little bit about yourself and bring us up to speed what's going on.
Cool. So I live in the Charlotte area, really just do some stuff for Burners. I am their social media coordinator. On the side, just, day job, working a logistics job. And besides that, man, just a guitarist. So just, did a little business in the industry here and there and learned some things along the way.
Okay.
Like good stuff.
Yeah. Definitely a brother of the Leaf, right?
Absolutely.
Brother of the Leaf. Now, off camera, you were telling us a story, and I would like for you to share that story on camera.
Okay.
You was talking about some type of cigar or something. They wrapped it up in a yucca, what? Yucca wood or something.
Oh, yeah.
Yagawa. Yeah, I'm sorry. See. As the show progresses,
English is not so good looking.
I'm going to fuck up some words.
It's going to get better, man.
Yeah, I'm going to tell you right now, I'm going to fuck some words up. So this bear with me, brother. I made that eucalyptus, whatever.
Hey, man. Whatever you're smoking, you keep that over there. I don't want a eucalyptus cigar. You hold on to that.
I'm sorry, but go ahead and tell us a little bit about that was a very interesting story.
But also, one of my viewers is saying you got to be a little louder on this side.
Okay, so louder on that side. Okay,
but just
presence.
Yes.
Presence.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Cool. So, Yagawa leaf. JC Newman kind of comes out with this cigar every once a year. Super limited. When you find it, buy it. It's really, the funny thing is the price point on it. You would think it would be really expensive. Special releases normally are. It's not. It's like $7.50.
What?
It's the same price as what you would pay for like a brick house.
Okay.
Wow. Dead serious. So Yagawa, man, what they do is there's an old story that goes the grandfather of one of the sons at J.C. Newman, one of their master blenders, actually. He took the wood of like a royal palm tree or a yagua in Cuba, and he would take it. He would wrap up his cigars. He wouldn't put them in like a presser or mold or anything like that. Basically, by him wrapping it up and pushing them super tight together, whenever he would want one, he would just go and smoke it. He would just take it, pick one out. The thing about it is the cigars are not molded in any traditional shape. There's no box press. There is no normal, cylindrical shape like we're used to from a normal press. They are like trapezoids, triangles, hexagons, whatever you can think of, man. The squares. It looks like some kid shoved it in a lunchbox and went like that. They're super good.
So how's the smoke on that?
It's great, man. It's the blend on it, man. Is the wrapper they use purposely under fermented Connecticut broadleaf on it.
Okay.
And the rest of it is Nicaraguan filler and binder.
Long filler, I take it.
Long filler. Okay. Yeah, long filler. No scraps. No scraps.
Nothing off the floor.
Great smoke, man. I mean, probably like for $7.50 for a cigar, probably one of the most even burns you can get on a cigar.
Wow.
So you're kind of teasing us a little bit because
and speaking of it,
where can you actually get this? You really can't, or it's like Haley's Comet or what?
Once a year, you got to find. I think it normally comes out closer to like the summer, so July, August. We're going to be close to it. Local retailers should typically have this. So if you're in the Charlotte area,
do a brick and mortar and get it.
Right. So in Charlotte area, like Burners, Tinderbox, Cigar Shop, one up at State Line Cigars, they would probably have it as well.
Okay.
But yeah, you'll notice it, man. It looks like when you look at the box and you go into a humidor, it looks like something that's unfinished. It looks like a pallet box. You pop open the lid and they're just there with the wrap around it, with the leaf from the wood around it.
So you can pick 2, 3, and they probably wouldn't be the same.
No. I mean, like literally, you put them up side by side. One will be a trapezoid, and one will be a triangle. I'm dead serious. There is no single one alike, and that's what makes it so good. You get an even burn from something that looks like a trapezoid. You're like, how does that even work? I mean, only thing I've had that was a shape like that was the Alma Fuerte from Placencia. They do that hexagon, the sixto. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
wow. So what are we smoking tonight, gentlemen?
All right. Let's start with Kellen over here.
So, H. Upmann Añejo. Great cigar.
I'm glad he said that for you.
He said whatever he said, but I'm gonna have to one up him because I see some numbers here. I see an 1844 on the Ingenio.
What? That's the company's birthday.
Oh, it is? Okay, that's the company's birthday. But he didn't say I said the numbers. So I'm the aficionado here. I'll show that. I got the what's it? Anerio.
Anerio, yeah. Sure. Okay. Añejo, bro.
Añejo.
Yeah.
All right, Añejo.
And I'm actually having H. Upmann.
The Pendejo?
The Pendejo. The AJ Fernandez Heritage.
Okay.
Oh, the Pendejo.
Let me get the V cut on it.
Yes,
you got the Pendejo. I got the Añejo.
It's going to end up with more syllables by the end of the night.
What was that, Kel?
It is. The Pendejo. I love it. Oh, my God.
Always with the V, baby.
And we're sipping on a little bit of TX blended whiskey.
My blowtorch is over there.
Yeah. So I know when I cracked this open just before the show, took you by surprise, didn't it?
That was great. It's great. Smoothest thing I think I've ever had.
It is so smooth.
I mean,
if you haven't had it, pick it up. I'll have to put the bottle over here so they can see.
I know. I need a refill, man. You want to bring the bottle? You go grab the bottle.
Oh, well, thanks, JJ.
Oh, thank you, man.
Well, now that you saw it, maybe I should use it and see if it works.
Oh, no, we got to be, no, sirree, brother.
Give it a trial run.
At my age, feet
Right.
don't leave the ground.
Why not?
Because we're going to be.
The worst that happens, it gets messed up and I fix it.
Well, hey, no, we're going to. That's going to
Why not? You got to have some QA.
We're going to have some QA on June the 3rd.
Listen, you can use it and nobody will even know if you used it or not.
This is true because it's shiny ash down at the bottom. We got the shiny ash.
Oh, my God.
But, Kellen, so first time in the Cigar Chat, right?
It is, yes, sir.
Oh, what are your thoughts about the place?
Oh, man, this place is awesome.
Yeah. I'm
I'm a little jealous.
Yeah. Don't feel like the Lone Ranger in that department. Because, Will actually did a lot of work in here. And I say it once, I say it 1,000 times. I'll put this place up against any doggone lounge in the state of North Carolina.
Hey, I'm with you.
Yeah.
I mean, Mooresville's got some good ventilation.
Yeah.
The Casa de Monte Cristo.
Yeah.
Oh
they do.
yeah.
That's
And
good
actually,
ventilation.
Ash and Barrel too has some good.
I haven't been there yet.
Oh yeah, we went a few weeks back. They got.
But do they have vinyl?
No.
Exactly.
Neither does Casa de Monte Cristo.
Exactly.
That's why I'm saying.
Yep.
That's why you get world's famous, man. World be free. That's why you get the world's famous throwing up here. So
Yeah, but
that is a
Look at that.
good burn. Yeah,
That's great ash.
stacking up.
that's a
Darn.
great looking
Mhm.
ash. Oh, let me make sure the bottle gets into your view
Oh,
also.
So we got a
Yeah,
question. We
Just
got
for a minute.
we got a question from Jason,
Let's go.
and soon we start talking about it, we're gonna have to shake some of the haters because
Uh-oh.
they're gonna be jealous and envious. Share with the audience what my man Jason blessed us with yesterday, or how we say it in the South, yes diddity.
Oh, we're gonna get some haters up in here
Whoa.
real quick.
Shake the hate,
Hey.
shake the hate, because it's coming.
Oh, it's coming.
Tell them what we did yesterday in the watered down version
Of the
of the
cigarette.
Cigarage. Yeah, because I just got a folding
AKA Kel's Garage.
Yeah, I just got a folding table and 3 folding chairs in my cigarette. No, and I got a little boom box thing, but that's about it.
And an EV charger.
Yeah, and a charger.
Get a Road Glide with a check engine light.
And a
Yeah,
check
both.
engine light.
And a check-
Road Glide.
Road guy with a check engine light.
So we had the Glencairn glasses,
Yes.
and there was enough for 3 people. And those 3 people, myself included, Kel and Jason,
Yes.
who blessed us with none other than a Blanton's Black.
Did y'all hear that?
Mm.
The Blanton's Black. All the way from
Japan.
Japan. All the way from Japan. My man hooked us up. And was it smooth?
Man, it was smooth. It was oaky. It
Yes.
had a nice smokiness to it,
And a great finish.
and a beautiful finish.
Beautiful finish.
And it was a slight sweetness to it that I was trying to figure out. They were
Was a
saying
tail
like
end.
pineapple, cinnamon. So
Yeah.
I'm not that good at it,
Yeah.
but
Wow.
I knew there was some sweetness in it.
Yeah.
And the honey is what got me. I was like, yeah, that's it.
Yep.
It tasted a little bit like honey.
Yep. Shout out to Jason. Special thanks to Jason. Appreciate
Special
you.
thanks to
Great.
White Hand.
Yeah, the blessings with that.
Wow.
Man,
And I tell you,
Blanton's
we
Black.
might be putting some things in the works. I'm not talking about that red one, but maybe we could get another bottle of the black coming in on a slow boat or something.
Hey, I'll take a slow boat as long as it comes.
Yeah.
But of course, we got some haters already.
What?
What
we
the,
got?
What the F, White Hand? I'm out of here, says Reem.
He said,
You can read it right on the screen.
don't hide it, divide it. He divided it
Oh, he
all right.
divided it the way he should.
Bam.
Like I said, it was enough for
There
3.
you go. Yeah, and we definitely drank this slow
Oh,
because we
yeah.
wanted to enjoy every drop.
I mean, the aroma,
Mm.
you leave it on your tongue for a little while. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Just going back to yesterday and remembering that.
And it wasn't hot
In the mouth.
Wow.
Hey, what's up, Corey? Thanks for joining us.
As the late great Stuart Scott once said, it was cooler than the other side of the pillow. That's how that bad boy went down. Yes. That's how smooth that joker was. Look up Stuart Scott. Studio audience.
Studio audience. So,
Yeah.
Kelvin,
Sir.
this is normally what Kelvin would ask, but because he's probably forgotten already.
No, I didn't forget. I was going to do the build up.
Oh, do the build up there.
No.
Okay. No, I'm not gonna hide you. I'm not gonna
Nope.
steal your thunder.
Nope, you jumped back there on the Autobahn with your blink on. So go ahead and keep mashing the pedal. Yeah, boom. Yeah, my neck, it slapped back.
Well, everybody knows that this is your thing.
No, but go ahead.
Top
No.
5, dead or alive.
Bam. What?
Top 5 dead or alive
Sticks.
on your cigar.
Cool. Okay.
It don't have to be
It
in a
don't
particular
necessarily
order.
Okay.
It's
Yeah.
just your top 5.
Top 5, and put and if you could give us a little content behind it. Cigar A. this is the reason why.
Yeah.
These 2, 3, so forth and so on.
Okay. All right.
You had time to think.
I know. That's the problem.
I see smoke rolling off the top of his head.
I smoke everything. That's the issue. I'm not one of those guys that just goes to one.
I get that.
I know you want to be fair to all the cigar brands and cigars.
I'm wondering who I'm going to offend. You know, that's the thing we have to watch for these days. We have to watch who we offend.
Yeah. Because I want you to get a call at the job and say, "Yo, you don't like my stick?"
I know. I don't want to anger. I just hang out with Will, man. I don't want Will to come down and wring my neck, man. Okay. So number one, we're going to start with my top rated.
Okay.
We're talking domestics or we're talking international?
Yes.
Domestics.
Anything goes.
Everything and anything.
Top one.
Even if it's no longer in existence, how's that?
Ooh, racist steaks.
Like that,
racist steaks.
Like that yucca plant one.
And eucalyptus cigar.
The eucalyptus cigar.
The Qantas.
Number one of all time, man. One of my favorites is the Cuban version, but it's the Partagas Serie E.
Ooh.
That's a great cigar.
Is that the one with the red band?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yes. I never had that, though. That's a Cuban.
Yeah.
I had the Monte Cristo number 2.
It's a good cigar, man. I think that when we talk about Cubans, we go to this area where it's like, I have to have something expensive, right? I have to have a Cohiba because it's Fidel Castro's cigar.
Okay.
Right.
I have to have the Trinidad because it looks pretty with the foil.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of Cubans people don't know about that are really good, man. Partagas, Hoy de Monterrey, a lot of them come to mind, but the Partagas to me, man, the Partagas to me are always good because as far as Cubans go, it's like 12 to 15 a stick.
Right.
And they're tasty, and the burn is always good. I mean, when I'm lighting up a cigar, I don't think I've had to retouch a Partagas once.
Oh, wow.
Really?
Okay.
Dimes. It's like halfway through, it's dimes.
Nice.
So, great, nice kind of, it's everything you love from a Cuban, but it has that kind of spice towards the end. It has that nice hay, barnyard. It has a little bit of almost like an herbal note to it. And then when you get towards the end, a little bit of spice to finish it off. It's really smooth.
Nice.
So that's number one. That's definitely a lie.
That's definitely a one.
Definitely a lie for sure.
Okay.
Number two, I'm just gonna throw this out here. Number
Not
two.
a gherkin. Because you said I'm going to throw something out.
He's gonna throw something out. That would be.
I was gonna start with that as a dead, but we're not gonna go there.
Okay.
No. Number two, surprisingly, it's another alive.
Okay.
Foundation, the Olmec that they released.
Okay.
That
I've heard
is
about
a
that one.
Great
Wait.
cigar.
You said is that the one that makes the tabernacle?
Yes.
It is. That's
It is.
Tabernacle.
Oh, okay.
So
okay.
how does that compare to one of the tabernacles?
So the Tabernacle, a lot of people are introduced to is you got two choices. You have the Habano Rosada,
Right.
which is that red band, a little lighter.
Mhm.
Then you've got the darker version, which is the broadleaf.
Right.
Broadleaf is what I normally go to the most, but as far as it's heavier, it's even heavier. The Olmec is like dark, rich fudge, smacking your taste buds around.
Ooh.
It is delicious. Like if you were gonna pick something that was like an ulterior to a Padron,
Okay.
and you were like, I want a 1926, but I don't want to pay the 1926 price.
Right.
Pay $14 to $16 to get the Olmec.
Okay.
That good.
Wow.
It is. Yeah, it's great, man.
So is that brick and mortar we can find that one?
Absolutely. That's
Okay.
that's available everywhere, man. I'm not gonna self-plug the Burners. That is at Burners.
Okay.
That's at most places.
No,
Okay.
self
Yeah, hey,
Get that bonus.
Hey,
Yeah, give Burners a shout, man. Like
Yeah.
address.
yeah, everything, man.
Yeah,
Yeah. I
yeah.
mean, if you're ever at Birkdale Village, that is the place to go to for your cigars, man. They
And-
have a little bit of everything.
Yeah, I remember that was one of the first lounges that I
Yep.
went to. I think it was with one of our neighbors, Craig, that time.
Yeah.
And Pedro and Will had an event. And that's the first time I met Pedro.
Yeah.
Coolest dude, man.
Yeah.
My man.
Yeah.
Pedro.
So
Okay. We got two down.
start with two alive so far.
Mhm.
Yeah, Douglas has said coming in at number 3, Gurkha.
He's not wrong. He's not wrong. I can't do it. You know, I don't ever want to bash somebody's cigar.
No.
But I don't do any.
No.
I mean, we got real close to it.
We can bash.
We can bash all we want.
Yeah.
'Cause like I say,
Yeah.
you still got to be a little PC.
I have to toe the line here.
Yeah, bam.
Number 3 is actually dead, but it's not one that everybody would think of as a dead. But for me, it's a dead.
Okay.
For me, the Davidoff.
Oh, which one?
Which one?
I know I'm going to get some hate for this probably. For
No.
the Davidoff.
I hope not.
Grand Cru.
Oh, okay.
Grand Cru.
All right,
Okay.
all right.
Anything for me, man, personally. Anything,
I'm a late hour guy.
So for me, Davidoff starts to experience really good flavor when it gets like Millennium and then past that. Like late hour, Yamasa,
Yes.
the Escurio, anything past that is good. But I don't know what it is about the core series. I can't get past it. It's like smoking air. It's like if you lit cardboard on fire. It's just
See, I've been there, and that's how I feel about the 20 acre by Drew Estate. It is smoking air.
Yeah, and I mean, and that's Florida sun-grown tobacco too.
Yeah.
You would expect a little bit of something there.
I
man.
told you,
I mean,
Florida sun-grown tobacco.
Wow. Okay.
We were talking about earlier today.
All right. So go ahead.
So I mean, for me. So everyone, I think the average cigar consumer, we look at price more than anything. We look at price, and then if we can justify it in our head, that's a good buy. We smoke it. We're like, I like that. That's worth it. It could be $18. If we like it, we'll justify it.
Right.
Davidoff Grand Cru signature stuff can go anywhere from like $16 to like $25. I think Grand Cru comes in around 18 or 20.
Okay.
Okay.
In like the Toro or the Robusto size.
Okay.
I purposely have smoked every single format of that. I've gone down to the Robusto size.
Mm-hmm.
I have smoked. You would think a Robusto, it's more flavor, it's more intense because you're taking less time to get
right,
to
right.
it.
Would have been more flavor in that.
I can't do it.
Wow.
I can't do it.
Why?
It's just too light.
Okay.
I need and Connecticut's. I know it's Dominican tobacco. It's supposed to be, and it's a nice blend. It's a hybrid. It's supposed to be light, but I can't get behind it.
Gotcha.
I know.
Okay.
I hate to do it. I love Davidoff as a brand, but when it comes to the core series, I'm out.
Okay.
Okay.
For
All
me,
right.
that's an out.
All right. So that's not going to be on your top 5 list, though, right? That's like a sidebar, then, right?
Here's the thing.
Mhm.
It's in my top 5 because of the consistency. That's the only reason why. You could smoke. We'll give Davidoff this.
So basically, you're saying it's maybe not your top 5, but it could be somebody's top 5 simply because of how good the cigar is made.
For me, if it was my top 5, I put it at number 3 just because of consistency.
Okay.
You could smoke a Davidoff from like 5 years ago, and you could smoke a Davidoff today. They would burn the same. They would be the same quality.
Wow.
They do like 4 to 5 different inspection checks throughout that whole process, man.
Wow.
Like it gets delivered to somewhere from Geneva, Switzerland, where they're ready to sell it in the U.S.
Uh-huh.
And like they do another quality check. They unpack
I
everything.
forgot that's where Davidoff is
See,
out of
there you
Geneva,
go.
right?
Yeah, out of Geneva. Yeah. So that's my number 3. But it's a dead for that.
What's up, Ken?
Okay.
He just joined us.
Nice. Appreciate you, Ken. All right, so coming in at number 4.
4. Room 101, the 13th anniversary. That isn't alive for me.
Really?
It is. Room 101 has always put out some pretty good stuff. Matt Booth is known for what he does in the industry.
I never had that, or I never even seen one.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So Matt Booth is known for a lot of stuff. Most popular stuff he puts out is like the Big Payback.
That's room 101 right here.
See?
Oh.
He knows.
Okay.
He knows.
That's how they said I look like.
Yeah, he does kind of look like Matt a little bit.
Yeah, he wore
the
the
hair
shirt.
was a little longer.
Yeah, the shirt. Okay.
He's there. He's
Okay.
there. Yeah.
With the Cohiba band.
Okay.
Yeah.
So room 101.
Room 101. For me, that 13th anniversary, it's got a pink label on it. It's got that traditional flower on the top of it, like you've seen a lot of the Farce series that he puts out.
Mhm.
It's a great smoke, man. Especially like if you buy it, you find it, let it sit 6 months to a year.
Say that kiss.
Just let it ride. I mean, I know
I
it's
messed up.
He's only
Yeah.
got one in the
bury it, man.
Yeah.
Bury it. You know, I tell people, age stuff, bury it in the
He
humidor.
can't bury it under
You'll
anything.
never find it.
because there's nothing there to bury it with.
I could bury it in my humidor, and I can still see when I pop the lid.
Let it sit, man. Just hide it. Don't tempt it. Smack your hand when
Yeah,
you go for it.
I gotta leave it here.
You got to leave it here.
I gotta leave it
This
here.
is how
Smack
he
your hand when you go for
stashes.
it. No,
Yep. This is how he stashes his stuff.
It's a good
It's by
cigar,
leaving it
man.
here.
Oh
See?
yeah,
Oh my God.
yeah.
see, a
You
little
just
bit.
got a little bit more grade in on
Mhm.
board.
Yeah. So it's a good cigar, man. What I think
Okay.
they do well, man, is they balance it. There's not a lot of Maduros that are balanced.
My man Rod gave you a flame on that 101 joint.
See?
All right, Rod. Hey, I hear you, brother.
See? Because the reason I'm naming a lot of stuff that's not super available is because I've smoked all the name brands, man.
Okay.
I've smoked enough Altadas and General Cigar Co. to know what they're about, and I'm not hating on them.
Oh,
Right.
But the big corporations, they'll just sit there and they'll release one blend, and then 3 years later they'll recycle the same blend, put a new label on it, and it's available to the market.
oh, okay.
That's the thing they do.
Yeah.
You know, somebody else we were talking to said they really like more of the boutique types of cigars for the simple fact is one, I think the attention to details.
Yeah,
They give you a smaller run.
they do.
And they're not really commercialized like these corporations that
Yeah.
that churn and burn them.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
to speak.
I mean, it's like so just touching on guitar stuff, man.
Mm-hmm.
There's people right now. I don't know if y'all have heard any of the hate on Gibson. Gibson over the past couple of years has gotten a lot.
Oh
of
yeah,
hate.
I've heard hate.
Because Gibsons aren't made the way they were used to.
Right.
Traditionally, you could play a Gibson, you could throw that thing on the ground, you could gig it to 100 different gigs over the course of 5 years, and the thing stayed true. A lot of people now are buying boutique cigars or guitars because they're like, I could buy something for $1,000, and it's better than a Gibson at $3,000
Yeah.
for Les Paul.
Yeah,
Not more.
Matt,
Yeah.
who's watching also, he plays guitar.
Oh,
He's
okay.
teaching his girls how to play the drums and
Yeah.
everything else. He was saying the same thing. Like he'll
Yeah.
rather buy a $500 cigar that's not a Gibson.
No, you
Because-
mean guitar. But go ahead.
What I say?
Cigar.
Cigar.
Yeah. That's
Wow.
a cigar, dog.
Yeah.
Hey, I ain't drunk yet, dog. I tuned in, but go ahead.
Okay, yeah. So he'll buy a guitar,
Yeah.
for $500 before he'd buy another Gibson
Wow.
because they're just not made
Yeah.
the same way.
Wow.
Yeah. And you can thank Gibson for, they had that whole thing with Brazilian rosewood.
Okay.
Mhm.
They were the ones that were responsible for like chopping down half of that forest and not
Forest,
putting
yep.
down any of the trees. So everyone was like, "Oh, what do we do? We have to use things in the same family because we don't have enough wood because they chopped down all the trees and plant any." So it's Gibson.
Yeah, that's Gibson for you.
Yeah.
So we got to number 4,
Number 4.
and let's go ahead and get this last one on deck.
Okay.
Yeah, TX, sorry.
Last one on deck.
Mhm.
It's actually an Alive.
Okay.
And it's from a brand a lot of people know, man. It starts with a P. It could be either two ways.
Newports.
So
Yeah, that starts with a P.
I'm gonna evaluate Dutch Masters today. yeah.
So,
so
Padron.
Padron. I give a lot of credit to Padron because if I'm gonna support an industry where they put out a lot of cigars, I want it to be like a family industry.
Okay.
Or like boutique. The whole idea behind boutique is supporting someone that does something themselves. It's not owned by a corporation.
Yep.
Padron has been one of the most successful
Yes.
brands. You will never see a single rep from Padron go into any cigar shop
Really?
ever. They do not have reps. They're like Davidoff. Davidoff has some reps, but like Padron and a couple of other companies do not have reps. Padron is like one of the most successful.
Why is that?
Padron for years, man. They've just done stuff on family values. Like you wouldn't want anything to roll out of the factory floor from Padron that you wouldn't smoke yourself. That's like their mentality.
Okay.
So for me, the Padron number 95 Maduro, they came out with that. I think it was last year.
Okay.
It's like a nub size. It's
Oh,
big.
for
It's
real?
like a 4.5
Four,
by 50.
okay.
The smoke.
Great smoke, man. They just released the number 96 this year. Not to shameless plug, but that's also at Burners. Not to
Okay.
shameless plug that.
No. People like to know where they can get it.
Yeah. The number 95, when I smoked that's a 1926 blend, so that's one of their upper lines. You got, normal 1000 series, 64, 26,
Yeah,
and you got their
64.
family reserves.
Okay.
For me, that personally was like the best that you could get next to like the white label stuff. And the white label cigars, the 50th anniversaries, you could only get if you bought a humidor. It was like a $5,000, $10,000 humidor. It was insane. They did like specific replacement packages that you could buy for the cigars just for that humidor. But like if you go anywhere else, you're not gonna find it.
Wow. Wow.
So the white label was really good, but the 95, it's like everything you love about a Padron. And everyone knows that Padron is like dark chocolate, it's caramel, it's graham cracker, it's a little black pepper. Everything that you love about a Padron, just take that and make it velvety smooth the whole way.
Wow.
It's a great smoke. If I had to add a 6 in there, I'd put Plasencia right against it because Plasencia is my other favorite company that does Nicaraguan and Honduran tobacco.
So out of the Plasencia lineup, which is your go-to on that?
Can I do 2?
Yes, you can.
Okay. So optional. What I would recommend.
I would have grabbed the one that he
gave
us.
Oh yeah. I mean, so that 1898 is the one I gave you guys.
Yes.
Right.
That 1898 is one that they were doing and they still might do as an event exclusive. If you go online and you look for the Plasencia 1898, that's one that they were doing originally where you had to buy a certain number of Plasencias to even get that. because it was that unique. They only put it out a little bit. But if you can't get the 1898 online or wherever, I found mine online, but if you can't find it online or wherever, my favorite, I love the Almafuerte to death. I will swear for that cigar. I know you're not a gigantic fan of the Almafuerte. The 149.
The Almafuerte is that the green band?
Yeah, it's the green band one with the honeycomb shape.
Yeah, so that's the natural, and then they do the Maduro, which is that black and gold band.
I like the black and gold band.
Black and gold band is great.
I love the black and gold band.
The 149 that they released 2 years ago. The 149 in the original size they came out with, which was like that double Robusto, that was awesome. I remember having that on Thanksgiving, eating a full meal. It is nothing but strictly Honduran tobacco.
Wow.
I smoked that after a full Thanksgiving meal, man. 2 helpings, mind you, because it's Thanksgiving.
Yeah, you gotta go in.
It's not a time to watch the waistline.
No.
You wear sweats.
You wear
sweats.
I got about the first third through, and I was like, "Yeah, this is it. This is it right here."
Nice.
But the 149 is, if you can't find the 1898,
149.
Yeah,
okay.
1898 is a little milder. 149 is a little bolder. So my Maduro smokers will like the 149. My medium to fulls will love the 1898.
What's the MSRP on that? Did you know?
Yeah. So 149 is cheaper. 149 is in that same ballpark, 16 to 18.
Okay.
Roughly. And your 1898 is around the same thing too, depending on what size you got. The one I gave you guys was the Perfecto.
Yes.
That's right in that ballpark as well. So it's not too steep.
Not too crazy.
Yeah, not too crazy.
No.
So Corey reminded me of talking about little shops that really care.
Yes.
One place that I got down in the Dominican Republic, Padron.
Oh yeah.
P-E.
Yeah.
Padron. So we were looking it up.
Not to be confused.
Not the southern version of Padron.
Right, exactly.
The Padron.
Like Denzel and Denzel.
Right.
Oh, Naima's on. Hey, what's on, Naima? My sister-in-law had given it to my wife to bring back here. 2 sticks. One for Kel, one for me.
Okay.
We had it that night. We couldn't find anything on it online at all.
Yeah.
So we're like, man, but we really love this. Like, what the
Wikipedia,
hell?
nothing.
Like, nothing.
Couldn't dig nothing.
Yeah.
And,
I think you had to call back.
remember Google was like, are you sure you don't mean Padron? No, man, it's with an E, goddammit.
Yeah. You had to reach back out down to DR.
I did reach back out to DR.
Out on this
and believe it or not, it's one dude. He's got like maybe 3 or 4 other guys working with him, rolling these sticks. They're barber pole style.
Yeah.
And I've had nothing but great reviews because I brought 10 back. I may have 1 left. I might gift it to you.
Yeah.
Remind me.
And I think that guy wasn't he a rigger?
No, parachute. Yeah,
rigger.
Yeah. Hence, I think the name Padron, because that's obviously not his name, but that's his nickname. And when she sent me the link on Instagram, you see the stick, and it's just that one stick.
That's it.
It's not like there's 15 different versions of it.
Yeah.
No, it's just that, and he makes it well.
Yeah.
He only sells to 3 shops in the entire Dominican Republic. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
And the worst part is I was supposed to meet him, have a smoke, talk. COVID happened during the time I went. And I was like, damn.
Man.
So I was going to get a box autograph, bring back a whole box for everybody. But I grabbed 10 at this one store that they had down by where one of the sisters lives.
Yeah.
I was like, I'll grab whatever you got.
Yeah.
And they put like in an Arturo box. I'm like, what? I don't care. I just want to bring these cigars back.
I tell you what I probably want to start doing moving forward is I'm going to have to expand my palate and try some of these boutique, cigars.
Yeah.
Because how?
Sinestro's a good boutique.
Sinestros?
Yeah. My favorite that has always been a good boutique, but it's becoming less boutique because of how many people are going to it is Tatuaje. Tatuaje has always been my jam.
I've seen
They just released that like Capa Especial for the PCA last year. That thing was great. Yeah, see? He knows. He knows. That's what I'm saying, man. Like boutique is the way to go now.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, that was the other thing because I used to smoke a lot of like Drew Estate because I wanted to check out all their lines.
Oh, man, you was a Drew Estate super fan.
They call them Droopies.
Droopies.
Drew Estate Groupies.
Yeah, man.
Droopies.
Oh,
man. right above the crack.
Yeah. Yeah, you got an ass hat. Drew Estate.
It's in my taint. Anyway, don't get me wrong. I still love Drew Estate.
Yeah.
But, when I first started having cigars, this is a good 26, maybe 27 years ago, if not more. I was always on the traditional style, like the Romeo Julietas, Monte Cristos, Arturo Fuentes,
the mainstream stuff.
Yeah, until I was introduced to this one Drew Estate stick. It was sold by Cigars International. It was the CI Legends by Drew Estate.
Oh, yeah.
And that's the Willy Wonka of cigars.
I remember those, man.
Right? It's like the Willy Wonka of cigars because
Really?
it just tastes like a chocolate bar in your mouth.
Wow.
And it smells like chocolate.
Yeah.
It was one of my favorite. I bought a box. And I remember, Reem, you hooked me up. You're like, dude, they're on sale. Go get it. Because it was like $90 and it was down to like $60. I was like, buy. Ran out that box. I was like, man, let me know when another sale happens because I want to get that again. And I was stuck on that for a while.
Was it kind of similar to, what was the cigar one of your viewers gave us? Not the chicken and waffle one, the munchies.
Oh, yeah, the munchies.
Yes.
No, it was way better than munchies.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there was actually a stick, chicken and waffles. Bro.
Chicken and waffles, yes.
What other boutiques?
It doesn't surprise me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What are some? Yeah, that's a good question. What are some of the other boutiques that kind of tickle your fancy a little bit that really make you say, wow?
Yeah, I mean, for me, so kind of talk about, Padron.
Mm-hmm.
One that comes to mind that actually is really good. It doesn't get a whole lot of media attention either. Is Esteban Carreras.
Oh, yes.
Esteban Carreras is great.
Yeah,
One of my favorites of all time that they make, it's a 6x60. It's the Gordo. The Devil's Hand.
Okay.
It is you'll notice it. If you go into a cigar shop that has Esteban Carreras, they'll have the Devil's Hand. And it has like this silver, white, kind of gold, and then red, and then it has their logo on it. And the Devil's Hand is a great smell. It's good. I always talk to Waihe, so I can't push that one too much.
Yeah.
But
see, out of the Esteban Carreras, my favorite is the what was it called? Chupacabra.
Yeah,
that is my all-time favorite out of their lineup, and I don't care what size, it is good all around.
Wow.
Yeah.
So Rod just chimed in for you, Will.
Okay.
He said he loves Drew Estate's Legends. Got a black version in the humidor now.
Okay, Rod, I got a 5-pack of the black, smoked one, gave the other 4 away.
What?
Enough said.
Also, he said the Esteban Carrera, the Chupa, whatever.
Chupacabra.
Yeah, there you go. Chupacabra. Is that legendary mythical animal or something?
Yeah, it's the one that
Chewbacca.
It was Chewbacca.
Chewbacca.
It's the one down in Puerto Rico that used to eat all the goats.
Yeah,
It was that mystical vampire.
Chupacabra.
Disemboweling goats.
Chupacabra.
Okay, he said that's one of his favorites. Nice.
It's a good smoke.
That's a good question. All right, for your viewers out there, Kellen talked a lot about his top 5, and let me hear from you. What are one of your favorites, or did you have any questions on the 5 that he mentioned that you might want him to go in a little bit further detail on?
Yeah.
So y'all fire those off to us while we still chopping it up.
Yeah.
Rod said, "Damn, he hit you with the." He hit you, he hit you with the doggone good time.
You know what it was? Though? Rod, you know what it was with the Legends Black? It tasted too fabricated, too mechanical. I don't know. There was some weird taste to it. It wasn't.
Like licorice.
It was worse than licorice, bro. It was just there was like this technical taste to it. Like,
no, you're not wrong.
It was almost like a perfume was sprayed in it.
It's like metal.
Yeah, there was cologne.
Yeah,
thank you. It was like a metal cologne inside the cigar compared to
some of that Jovan Musk.
Yeah, that Jovan Musk.
Or that high karate. Young boys don't know about high karate.
It was the Drakkar. It's the Drakkar of cigars.
Hey, how many of y'all used to put on some high karate?
But even Douglas says Esteban is fire.
Esteban is
fire.
fire.
It's good, and it's like literally they don't do a whole lot of social media presence.
They don't.
It's great,
but it's an amazing steak.
So Rob said he'll let you know what he thinks when he burn one.
Oh,
Appreciate
so
it.
Rod, you haven't had one yet.
He said he got it in his human.
Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah, try one of those Black Legends. Let me know.
Yeah.
It's not as good as the song of the artist, Black Legend. Just letting you know.
So, speaking of high karate, how many of y'all used to have high karate cologne? Or what are some of the other old school colognes back in the day? Y'all remember Old Spice? Brute?
Brute?
By
Yes.
Fabergé?
Brute.
Some British Sterling?
Black Panther.
Black Panther?
60% of the time it works.
Man, I had some diesel. It was shaped like
Diesel,
a daggone gas hose.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh, look, Ken chimed in. I guess he stopped driving. It's the Padron 1926, Padron 64, Liga 9, the Feral, and the Velvet Brat.
Okay.
Yeah.
Or Year of the Rat, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got two of those at my humidor. Those great.
Oh, the year the rat.
Good. Yeah. Everything they do for the Chinese lunar has that gold foil wrapped around it.
Yeah.
Yep.
So the year of the rat, they had another one though that wasn't sold here.
The Tiger.
Tiger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, ox.
The
the
Rabbit.
ox?
The Rabbit was the latest one, wasn't it?
Yeah, the rabbit was the latest.
You know what I do have to do. So we're talking about Chinese Lunar New Year.
Mhm.
Right.
I have to throw these two in there because I think the companies did exceptional jobs. Because everyone does a Lunar New Year, they all
Let's hear
piggyback off of it.
Let's
Okay.
hear it.
All right, Davidoff. I'm gonna give it credit.
Okay.
Davidoff. It was the rabbit. No, excuse me, the tiger. The tiger was awesome.
Okay.
The tiger was so stupid good. It was like so. They had like a striping on the cigar, and when you first look at it, you're like, how in the world did they get
Right.
tiger striping? They took the veins out of the cigar when they were still wet. They wrapped the cigar and they aged it, and then they took the veins off
Wow.
to make the striping.
Oh my God! Really?
Wow.
Yeah.
That's trippy.
So that was a good cigar. That was great because it had a lot of flavor, and I was not expecting that. But the Plasencia that just came out, the rabbit, that and Etifal, the one they did for the Qatar World Cup, were both good, man.
Okay.
But the rabbit from Plasencia, if you can still find it, it's
Wow.
like it's a high price point. It is like $50.
Uh-huh.
It's high price point,
Okay.
worth every single penny.
Do they have a layaway
Wow.
plan for those?
Yeah, man. Just go in.
$20 down. and-
Yeah.
Douglas said English leather.
English. Yes.
Yes.
That's that white body at the
Where
Yes.
it would like you
Yes.
gotta shake the bitch.
Yes.
Oh, hold on. Ron said anything from Upsetters series by Foundation Cigar is fire.
Mhm.
Then he said Avon Cologne. They came in a glass antique car
I
bottle.
was just thinking about
The car bottle. That's
Yes,
right.
yes,
Yeah.
Oh my
yes.
God,
Yeah,
man.
so you're a beer guy, right?
I am a beer guy. I'm beer, Scotch, bourbon, whatever.
Oh, okay. So we got a beer, Scotch, bourbon
I do.
guy.
I'm all three.
So I'm not a beer drinker.
Okay.
What are your favorite beers?
Favorite
Let's do this. Now
Let's
we're
go.
talking back into my realm.
All right.
Top five.
Top 5 beers.
Top 5 beers. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Hell is yeah.
All right. So I'm gonna start in reverse order. I'll do the 5 the first. First is the
Okay.
best, and 5th is good for the average day. Whatever.
Okay, gotcha.
But like,
No. No.
Hard pass,
No.
Kel. Hard pass.
This video is gonna get censored, ain't it?
Yeah, it probably will, bro. It probably will.
Too soon.
No. So no. Number 5. Hear me out. PBR.
Okay.
Number 5.
okay.
Okay.
PBR for number 5. It's just a good average day drink, man. It's not craft, but it's a good,
I hear you.
smooth, clean beer.
Okay.
I agree.
It's been dirt cheap for years.
Yes, it
You
has.
get like a 24 pack for like $18. It's great. It's a good beer. It's good. So
Okay.
I said what I said about that. Number 4 beer. One of my favorites. I actually got married here, man. Sugar Creek Brewery, right off of Yancey Road.
Uh-huh.
If you were at OMB and you take the road that goes
Yeah,
past
yeah.
like the Protagonist Brewing,
We know.
Sugar Creek Brewery. They had a beer called the Epiphany, which was amazing. It was like a dark lager on the borderline of being stout. It was
Interesting.
awesome. And the people at Sugar Creek too are great, man, because for my wedding, they even let me pick out what beer I wanted on tap. They wanted me to go through and like sample it. And the dude was like, oh, you haven't had this one? Goes to the back of the brew house, goes to the tap with the glass, pours me one, and brings it back out to me fresh from the actual tank.
Wow.
So
That's
great,
class.
great people. I like OMB as much as the next guy, but I love some Sugar Creek, man. Sugar
I got
Creek
you.
Brewery is great.
Okay.
So
Okay.
Epiphany from Sugar Creek. Look
Okay.
out.
All right. All right.
Number 3, believe it or not, man, I have been loving this brand for a while. Cabarrus Brewery for a while. Anything I have from them is good. Anything. Recently, they put out a dark lager. I think it's called like Special 98 or something. It's a Schwarz beer. They have it at Harris Theater. You can go and get like a 4-pack. Super good, man.
Really?
Super good. Like take a Dunkel from O&B.
O&B, yeah.
And just clean it up and refine it a little bit. So it's good, but it's still dark.
Okay.
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 So very good. Number 2, we're getting into the high top tier.
Before you get to
here.
number 2,
Okay.
you get to number 2, since we're talking about the Dunkels,
We got to pause.
there's a pause with a cause.
Mhm.
Okay.
Because we're talking about the Dunkel.
Okay.
Do you remember when Heineken came out with their dark beer?
I do.
Was that not delicious?
It was good. It was good. It made me
was the
want to
only
invest in
Heineken.
Yeah.
It was the only Heineken I ever liked.
Wow.
It was the Heineken Dark, and it's gone.
See, I'm not a beer guy.
Yeah.
Only beer recently that I actually like is more of a wheat like at Blue Moon.
Okay.
Back in my day growing up, we used to drink private stocks. What y'all know about the private stocks?
Oh, English.
Boom.
Schlitz.
And
Schlitz beer.
Malt liquor. The malt liquor.
Oh boy.
OE and private stock used to have those puzzles inside
Puzzles.
they cap.
Yeah, the puzzles in the cap. We talked about
you
it.
about 3 or 4 beers into you trying to figure out that damn puzzle in that little cap.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they stopped making them.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was back in the doggone 80s,
Valentine.
early 80s. But
Oh my God.
go ahead. I'm
But
sorry.
go
Go
ahead.
ahead.
You're good, man. No, it brought me back.
I just wanted to bring back that Heineken Dark.
Yeah.
Was one hell of a delicious beer.
It was.
It really was, man. I'm so shocked they took it off.
Well,
Yeah.
did Bex make one too? Bex made a dark.
I think Beck's made it dark, but it did not compare, bro. That's like what was it? Sierra Nevada taking off duck fat fries. Why?
Yeah.
Why? Why would you do that? It's the most requested for miles around, and you're taking that off your menu.
No,
That's like-
I know.
Oh my God! But continue. I'm sorry.
Okay, no, you're good. You're
Number 2.
good. Number 2. Actually, so since everything happened and they got bought, Wicked Weed used to be one of my tops. We used to be one of my tops.
Oh, you're gonna raise flags now? Go for
I'm
it.
sure
What?
they got bought by Anheuser-Busch, and the quality kind of went down a little bit. But one of my favorite from a Wicked Weed used to be the Pernicious, man. Pernicious used to be it's the run of the mill average IPA. You can get that anywhere. It's a great beer. It's always a tried and true. But that used to be one of my tops, and it was just because it was good, man. In an IPA, you got 2 types. You got the ones that are the hazy, a lot of the citrus with not as much as that like burnt bitter back end.
Yeah.
And then you got some that are like double IPAs.
Oh my God.
Sierra Nevada, speaking of Sierra, they did one that was called the Tropical Torpedo.
Yeah.
That would knock your ass on the floor. The Tropical Torpedo was like a triple IPA, like an Imperial triple IPA.
What was
It
the
was
ABV
like
on that?
10%. It was 11%. It was something stupid. It was like a 12-ounce bottle,
Uh-huh.
and it was like bright green. And that I could drink like maybe 1 or 2 of those, and I
Wow.
was done. I was like, no more, please. Keep it to yourself.
Was it overly hoppy? Like the IBU
Super.
had to be like what? 60,
Super. It was like
70?
60, 70.
Okay.
It was huge.
Yeah.
It was super hoppy.
Or something like that, because I think I had a small experience when we went to O&B last. How the hell you compare that with a cigar with something that's super damn hoppy? Because that beer I had was so bitter, although the cigar wasn't the best,
Right.
but it really flushed it down the toilet, when I had that combo.
So here's the thing, too. I get it a lot. I've heard it a lot. There's a misconception in the cigar community that you can only put bourbon or scotch with a cigar.
Yeah.
And like rightly so. Like for a lot of parts, bourbon and scotch, it's a cleaner, it's a more distilled liquor. You don't have some of the aftertaste you will the beer that might affect the cigar.
Mm-hmm.
For me, though, people are doing it wrong. They're pairing the wrong beers. You can't put an IPA with something that's in Connecticut. You're going to ruin your taste buds.
Yeah,
Your palate's going to
100%,
be
yeah.
shot.
Oh my
Yeah.
God!
It's going to be tasting all that bitter, hoppy, juicy, citrus, whatever's going on. And then
And
you
that
gotta,
Connecticut is going to be air.
Yeah.
Killed.
Yeah, you killed it.
You're tasting nothing but
The
the
beer is
beer.
overpowering.
So for me, I try to match whatever the beer is with the cigar. I sometimes do stuff where I will, like on my personal Instagram page, I've done stuff before where I put like a super dark cigar with like a Habano
Okay.
just to see. And sometimes it works out.
Okay.
But like normally, if you're going to smoke a Maduro or an Oscuro,
Uh-huh.
like one that comes to mind is anything that's really strong with like maybe Ligero tobacco, like LFD. You do an LFD and you do like a Capitulo one, or like a chapter one, and you
Right.
do that with like a porter or a stout, that makes sense.
Okay.
If you do something that's like a sour beer or a goes, I would put that with maybe something that's a lighter cigar because it's fruitier. But like honestly, if it was me, it would be either a Connecticut or a already flavored cigar.
Gotcha.
Okay.
You're not losing much.
Okay.
Okay.
So you would pair like Budweiser and 20 Acre.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, right.
They're both like
How about a bench start? Let's put a bench start with that. Yeah, you know.
So check this out. We got Rod popped in on
okay.
a couple. Let me bring him up to speed. So Rod said more of his favorite cigars was the CAO Sessions.
Okay.
What's this? RJ Season? Did I say
Seasons,
Session?
Seasons.
Okay,
San Andres.
Well, yeah, what's this?
San Andres.
San Andreas.
Mm.
Oh, now his top 5 beers, he talking about Miller
Miller
High
High
Life
Life.
as
Every
everyday
day.
domestic.
Okay.
Heineken, including dark.
Okay.
Red Oak, Amber,
Yeah.
Beck's,
Oh, St. Pauli girl. How can
and
we
St.
forget?
Pauli
Wow,
St.
St. Pauli
St.
girl.
Pauli girl.
See, I put that right next to PBR.
Are they still in business, St. Pauli girl?
Yeah,
Still
believe it or
business?
not, they still are.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen them just like I've seen PBRs.
Now he also said the
Let's
Beck's.
not forget about Triple C Brewing because Triple C.
Yeah.
If we're talking about value perspective and value in cigars, value in beer, Triple C always comes in.
I was about to say.
If
Yeah.
you're buying it, it's. I would think from a beer perspective, one of the best beers out there.
Oh yeah.
But
I have a
from a
good
value
session.
perspective, even better because they're pricing $1 or $2 up everybody else. So
Oh yeah.
I just throw that out.
Yeah, that's. I mean, for my last 2 beers,
Right.
the Triple C Golden Boy. That
Okay.
was actually going to be one of my favorites because I drink and smoke a bunch of different things of different strengths, and Golden Boy is a Pilsner.
Right.
It's like one of the best Pilsners you can find.
Uh-huh.
It's crisp and clear, and sometimes when people do Pilsners, they make it too close to like. So you got like Pilsners, you have Hefeweizens, you've got Bachs, and all of them, like if you go past a Pilsner, Hefeweizens and Bachs, they start to become like a little more, not hoppy, but like a little more muddied. The
Mhm.
Pilsner from Triple C, the Golden Boy,
Mhm.
it is crisp, it's clean.
Yeah,
it's a
because they
great beer.
become a little more, I guess, thick. I guess you
They
would
do.
say.
They do.
You know what I mean? Like Hogarden is like a thicker version of a Blue Moon.
Oh, it is.
Yeah, it is. Like you have one of those, and you're like, oof.
Yeah.
It weighs you down.
Oh, serious.
Yeah. A Hogarden can weigh you down, but the Blue Moon is like a lighter version of it, but same flavor
So
profile.
when you mean heavy, is it more yeasty or what?
Yeah, pretty
Okay.
much. Pretty
Okay.
much.
Okay.
We got a question from the audience.
Good question.
Ken's got a good question. So what do you pair a porter, stout, just Maduro?
So you're saying, what do you pair with a porter or a stout?
Oh, okay, I guess I missed the O.
Oh,
So what do you pair with a porter or stout? Just Maduros?
no. So, no, not necessarily.
So Corey said Habano and up.
Yeah. Like medium full to full is normally that range I go to personally.
Mhm.
But like people forget stouts. It's like cigars, man. You can have a Maduro, doesn't mean it's always heavy, right?
True.
Like Maduros, it doesn't. You could have like a Dominican filler and binder, and that Maduro's going to taste like a medium body.
Like a medium body, yeah. And we've had that experience
Yeah.
before.
What I would do, man, is with stouts. If you wanted to try something to put with like a medium body with a stout, I would do a blonde stout or a coffee stout because blonde stouts or coffee stouts are lighter, and it's nice, kind of like French vanilla, almonds, things that we a little cedar, things that we think of that go with most medium bodied cigars. You can do it. I mean, you don't have to do it with just a Maduro. You can do it with, a medium like a Habano. You can do it with
Okay.
maybe a Corojo. Corojo, actually, I've done.
Okay.
Way back, first cigar I ever smoked was the Punch Corojo. The little boys that packed the punch. They were the Robusto size. My uncle gave me like my first one, man. Those had a lot of spice behind it,
Mm-hmm.
but that was like a red ale or a blonde stout were really good, man.
Yeah.
They were great.
yeah.
Red Oak was one that was mentioned. Red Oak is like one of the best like red ales you can get, like amber ale, red ale.
So I see Rod is taking us down memory lane. He said the Beck's Dark was good too.
Yeah.
Okay.
And also Lowenbrow.
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 Yes.
The
Hell
beer,
yeah.
Wow.
the beer we pour
Yes.
must be something more somehow. Something Lowenbrow.
Lowenbrow.
I'll
Yeah.
be surprised if I get a single person that says they like Schlitz as their beer.
Really?
My brother found some Schlitz at like a 7-Eleven where he's at up in College in Greenville.
Mhm.
I told him not to do it. I said, do not do it. Do not drink that. It is disgusting.
Yeah.
The dude drank
But it's
it.
only $10 for 24.
He texts me at 7 a.m. in the morning. He goes, worst decision of my life.
Mule piss.
Awful. Awful, man. I don't know how this stuff sold back in like the 70s, man. This stuff was gross.
Because it was probably $1 for what? A 12 pack?
It was cheap. Yeah, I mean, it was
So,
nickels on the dime, man.
yeah, exactly. What you got now?
Rod asked me, he said, ask Cal,
Tell him what cigar you
I pair with the private stock. My guess is the Black and Mild. And don't forget the wife beater.
Hey, white owls go good with that too.
Yeah,
The grape white owls go great with that. You want to throw in the grape or the apples or whatever the hell they did,
A
man.
do-rag, a wife beater, a grape.
A Nissan Altima. Nissan
and-
Altima
and-
fits in there.
boom.
Yeah.
And,
That's right.
Yep, and a doggone private stock.
With 10D batteries.
There you go.
That's right.
That used to
All
be
right,
the
so-
workout.
That's
No,
right.
but hold on. We're down to number one.
We're down to we're
Number
down to
one.
number one.
We're down to
Numero
number one. He
uno.
still hasn't mentioned any of the ones that I would pick, but go for it. This
Yeah.
is what I love.
I
Because
know.
your palate is, like we say all the time, everybody's palate's different.
It is.
And that's why I like to get
That's
the
what makes
info.
this so different.
Yeah.
The whole community.
Yeah.
It's you might not like the Gurkha Ghost.
Right.
But
somebody does.
Somebody does.
Mhm.
Just not in this
That
garage.
one,
not
that,
me.
one, that one person.
Right. Right. So number one, man, it's hard because there's so much stuff out there. But number one, there's actually a stout. I'm more of a heavy end, but stout that I absolutely love. It's one that's actually from Deschutes Brewery up near Michigan. They make one that's like a vanilla porter. That's great. And if you were gonna sub one, there's one called Old Rasputin that's really good too.
Okay.
The Old
I
Rasputin.
actually had the shoots up on the wall.
The Shoots is
Yeah.
great. Yeah, so the Shoots is really good too. But yeah, that's that. My top five.
No, I know you think, hopefully I'm saying it right. I think you had, what, Tempest? Am I saying that right?
Trapezus Rockford
There you
10.
go. Pieces.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Trapezus Rockford 10
I was
is my
close.
number one.
I was
Yeah.
close.
My
I'm
number
close.
one.
I had a
Number
two.
two
I
is
had
the
a
Dragon's
two.
Milk.
Dragon's Milk is good. 13% is a whopper, man, ain't it? I mean,
Well,
per bottle.
and you know what comes in at number three, right?
Yeah.
Say it.
What,
Sinsanity.
Oh yeah,
By Weyerbacher. Sinsanity.
40 Loco.
14%.
insane.
It's insane.
14.
It is.
14.
It is.
Now,
It's crazy.
hold on. We also had the Raison d'Extra by Dogfish Head
Oh yeah,
at 18%.
that was cool.
Oh my God. We split that bottle, bro. I was like, I am not drinking this
No.
shit by myself.
No,
Didn't we do a root beer float kind of thing with it?
yeah,
When we had alcoholic ice cream, it was 7% on the ice cream
Dude.
itself, and we poured the 18% over that. It was delicious.
I have questions if you finish a whole bottle by yourself. Like, I want to check in on you. Like, are you okay, man? Like, 18%.
18% is insane, but it's very sweet. It's dark, but it's delicious, and it could cause a lot of trouble.
Creeps up on you.
Oh my God, it will.
does.
It's one of those where you're like, ooh, what did I just?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
one of those.
no doubt.
So Rod said he's not knocking the Black and Milds because he smoked a lot of those when he's fishing.
It's college, man.
And he also said you could tell you could probably tell that I'm not driving, which is good because you are. We love your engagement, Rod. We absolutely love your engagement. So keep up the good work, man.
Ken was like, yum, Schlitz and White Owl Mango.
Wow, wow, that's a hell of a combo right there.
Oh, but Corey said Schlitz rot gut shitting through a screw.
Yeah.
Is anybody from Chicago?
Nah.
Anybody from Chicago here? No.
Here, no.
Oh,
okay.
Yes.
he's outside. He doesn't
Okay.
count.
I was gonna say the Schlitz and the White Owl combo comes to mind when I think of the Chicago special.
What? What's that?
It's like the White Owl, it's the grape or the apple with the
Oh yeah,
Schlitz.
okay. Damn.
Or like a Miller Lite.
Wow. So
Have you ever had that, Aaron?
No.
Schlitz and
No.
White Owl?
No,
Schlitz and White Owl.
Okay. So
I could go any further than that.
all right, so we're gonna pick your brain quickly though
Cool.
on your scotch because I know you mentioned to the viewers too that you like scotch.
I do.
So give us a quick rundown of some of your scotch. I'm not a big scotch drinker. I drink some, but I'll be interested in hearing a little bit about, you know, what's kind of like in your state.
Well, you remember what one of the viewers said? Some scotch is good, but good scotch is great.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's true.
And you know what?
That's true.
It wasn't until my cousin from Miami came up, who's a huge scotch drinker.
Yeah.
I wasn't a scotch drinker at all. And
Yeah.
then again, I wasn't buying the type of bottles he was buying.
Yeah. No, that's the thing with
And that's
scotch.
the difference.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I cut my teeth on monkey shoulder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Monkey shoulder and doers.
Okay.
Yeah, but see, he's the one that comes up here and he goes, "Oh, it's $150 for this one." I'm
Sweet.
like, "It's $200 in Miami."
I don't go
So
that
he buys 3.
Yeah, I don't go that far.
You know what I mean?
I'm like 80 to 100 if I do scotch.
Okay.
And that's being like generous. So I'll
Okay.
give you like a top 3 rundown.
Okay.
That's
Low end to high end, just
That'll work.
everyday scotch, and then up to like a special occasion
Okay.
scotch.
Okay.
All right.
Let's hear it.
So bottom line, ringing in about 35 or 40 bucks, Southern Spirits.
Okay.
There is one that's called
Don't say teachers.
no, it is not.
Oh boy.
It's not.
Here we go.
It's not.
Okay.
So there's one called Airstone. Airstone. The one they got they have a land cask and a sea cask. Do the land cask. The sea cask is no joke. It's a little brinier. It tastes like a little saltier to your palate. The land cask is great because it's kind of a nice smoky. It's kind of a nice kind of honey caramel thing going on for it. It's like 35 or 40 bucks.
Really?
Okay.
Steal. Absolute
Okay,
steal.
yeah.
It should be on everybody's bar cart because if you don't use it straight, I drink all my scotch straight.
Mhm.
If you don't use it straight, you can use it as a mixer for something like a 7-7
Okay.
or something like that. It's that smooth. And
I'm gonna have to pick up a bottle.
Yeah.
It's good.
Okay.
Mid range. A lot of people like when you talk scotch, it's like like there's whiskeys too. There's single malt like red breast and stuff
Okay.
like that.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
red breast.
Red
Red
breast.
breast. But like when most people think scotch, they also think single malt traditionally.
Correct.
Until you do like blended stuff. So like for me, when I first started out, Johnny Walker Black was my go-to
Okay.
for a long time.
That's kind of like one of my brothers.
Yeah.
Yeah. I graduated. I don't do as much as the blended scotch anymore.
Because the red is like the entry level, right?
The red is the entry level,
Okay.
and then you go to like I think it's like red, and then like blue and
Blue
black
and
and
black,
green.
yeah.
Green's like high class, like. And then they got all the special like Game of Thrones edition stuff that they
Still
did.
got that.
Yeah, so you got they do that. For me, a nice mid range at like 50 or 60 bucks. Brookladdick. It's some people call it Brookladdick, but it is it's called an Islay Scald. It is an Islay Scotch is really good. It's peaty.
Okay.
It's peaty.
I got it right here.
Ice.
Oh, ice, baby.
Gotta get the ice.
Appreciate it.
Ain't too hot in the mouth.
Too toasty. The Brookladdick, the blue bottle, it's called the Classic Lottie. That is
Okay.
great, man. It's like 62 bucks.
Okay.
Also State Line or Southern Spirits.
Cheers, right?
Okay.
62 bucks. Nice peaty, kind of smoky going on for you.
How much peatiness? Because I'm not
a
big,
PD.
Yeah. I know you're going there too.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm not a PD guy, man.
1 to 10, scale of 1 to 10,
Yeah.
like maybe like a 5 or 6.
Okay. Because for me,
Yeah.
Okay, so that's
for
not
me,
bad.
it's almost like licking moss.
Mm-hmm.
From the side of a tree.
Oh yeah,
Kellen, let's see that glass.
gotcha, man. Thank you, sir.
Yes,
Speaking
sir.
of Southern Spirits, what's it, Keith? Is it Keith? He's very
I think it's Keith.
knowledgeable on
Thank you, sir.
scotches.
Yeah,
He can point you in any direction with whatever
Yeah.
scotch you want down.
Okay.
yeah. Top Scotch. I actually, believe it or not, the past 6 months or so have strayed away from Macallan. A lot of people think of Macallan as the top.
Yeah, the big dog.
If money was of no option,
Which year?
it's the Lagavulin. Lagavulin, if you were to do it different, if it wasn't Lagavulin, Talisker. Talisker actually makes a really good, it's like a 15-year or
Okay.
18-year that is really good as well. It's like 70, 80 bucks. For me, that's top end. You can go to
Really?
like 100.
Okay.
Lagavulin easily could top over 100. Because there's so many stuff like Talisker is like that mid-range. There's a lot of stuff that goes mid-range, like the Brookladdick. They got stuff that's kind of in the middle too. Like if you're going to do Glenfiddich's a really popular one, 15-year, 18-year,
Yeah,
kind of in that
Glenfiddich,
same 80 to 90, upwards of 100 range.
Okay.
Talisker's really good too. I do enjoy Talisker, man.
So in the Scotch space, like I said, I don't dance a lot in there, but I do have in my bar. I have the Belvini, 12-year double wood, which is pretty good. I like, and the Glenmorangie.
The Morachi,
and
yeah.
the proper 12.
And the proper 12 is proper 12 for me is right up there with teachers.
Oh, yeah.
I wonder. Remember when it first came out? I'm a big UFC guy. So when Conor McGregor came out and he's got like this scotch, I was like, you know what? Let me give it a shot. And it was like on a mid-shelf range. Bought a bottle.
Rough.
Like, ooh.
Rough.
Who wants this?
Yeah.
I'm like, I am not
Yeah.
drinking this.
Live
I'm like,
action.
there's, and it's now on the bottom shelf.
Yeah. You know, they
And
got
probably half price now too.
they got segments on YouTube where they'll do like series where it's like American like Scotch drinkers drink Irish or like Scottish scotches,
Uh-huh.
and then they'll do something where like Irish people try American scotches
Oh, yeah, okay.
or like
Yeah.
bourbons,
Yeah.
and the reactions are so different because like the
Oh, yeah.
Irish are just gulping our stuff. They're like, oh, it's nothing, it's nice. Then you go to the Americans, they're like, oh my gosh, like what is this? Like their face is turning red, their neck is like pulsing, like it's not
like the veins popping
and
out.
like help, water,
Oh,
please.
Lord.
Like no, it's. I mean,
Yeah, it's true.
proper 12 is a rough pill to swallow.
Oh, dude, it was rough.
It's tough.
So how ahead? What is it called?
Mhm.
Oh yeah,
That's the other thing on UFC that they were promoting was Hollerhead.
Yeah.
And I didn't read up on it, so I bought a bottle, and then I'm like, banana bourbon?
you know,
Why did I bother to buy this bottle?
no, that's like vanilla vodka. It's like
Wow.
the same
So Rod
principle.
chimed
that,
in
Rod?
again. He said he watched a documentary last week on foods that changed America. He said Schlitz and Pabst was the first two brands to market and sell and sold naturally.
Yeah.
They were rivals. Ironically, Pabst now
Oh,
owns
Schlitz.
Yeah, they do.
Wow.
They do.
Wow.
And
I
a lot of
didn't
people
know
don't know PBR is actually. I'm gonna, a lot of shit with the Ukraine and Russia stuff
Yeah,
is going on. A lot of people are gonna give you hate for it, but PBR is actually Russian owned conglomerate.
Really?
It's like a partnership. Yeah. So you wouldn't think of a Russian beer when you look at PBR. Then you look at the colors, you're like red, white, and blue in a similar fashion. It kind of makes sense now. But owned by like a Russian like entrepreneur.
Okay.
And it's like a partnership. So it
Interesting.
sells well in America because in America it's like when you go to Europe and you see a Miller, you're like, oh, whatever. To them, they're like, oh, this is top tier. Because they've drank their own local stuff. Like in Italy, they're drinking Stellies. And I'm like, oh, okay, all right.
We talked about that. It's the same thing like with cigarettes.
Yeah.
Over in Europe, people are dying to get a Marlboro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Get some cowboy killers.
Yeah, some cowboy killers.
Oh, the camels.
Yeah,
those are
the
killers.
camels. Yeah, the camels.
Zero
Camels
filter.
with no filter.
Camel Crush used to be like the top seller.
Yeah,
Used to be the
Wow.
top seller.
yeah.
See, Ken actually says the Lagavulin is too peaty for him.
Yeah.
And he says he loves the Balvenie double.
double wood,
Mhm.
double oak,
Yeah,
double wood.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Uh,
the 12 year.
so Corey goes, proper 12 doesn't even.
No.
And then
no.
Ken goes, I'm proper 12.
Yeah, right. Proper 12 is more like a decent 6.
Yeah,
It's
on a
not.
good
Hey,
day.
On a good day.
On a good
yeah.
day.
It's not even a
Yeah, good day.
man. It's not
Also,
even
Rod
a
said,
proper 2.
One last beer comment. You can help me out on that. I don't know if
All right.
F that word.
One last beer comment.
What's that?
Oh, Saranac makes
There
a
you
good
go.
variety
Oh, yeah.
pack
Oh,
that are
yeah.
good for pairing with cigars. Okay, I got a
Saranac.
comment. I got a comment on this before you get into it
Go ahead.
because you sound like you like it. I'm on the other end.
Yeah.
A Saranac?
Oh my god, I don't know if this variety pack that my brother got. This is while we were still up in New York.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Got a variety pack that was probably all skunk. I opened the first bottle and I'm like, what the?
Yeah.
I took a sip. I'm like, nope, and I poured it into the sink. Took the next bottle, popped that different, from Saranac. Popped that open. I'm like, man, this smells like ass too. Of course, I had to try a little bit of it, and I'm like, what?
Yeah.
I was like, I'm done. I'm done. Out of this whole 24 pack that you got, like it
Yeah.
was a case. I'm like, you can have it.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm already done. Like
Wow.
if the first 2 random ones I picked out were both like crap to me,
Oh,
I'm like,
yeah.
I'm done.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just who I am.
No, I get that, man. I mean, like, if you look at it too, you haven't seen a whole lot of Saranacs just selling like the normal lager
Oh yeah.
in stores anymore, right?
No.
Like, when's the last time you saw a normal Saranac 6-pack?
I haven't.
Right.
They sell
It's-
all this stuff in variety packs?
It's all variety packs now. Yeah,
Mhm.
and like the last one I bought that
Yeah.
was a straight 6-pack was okay. So hot take, I put the Plasencia 1898, that one I was telling you about,
Uh-huh.
the event only. It was a Robusto. On my page, I put that with a Saranac, and it was a caramel porter. That was actually really good. So the
Okay.
caramel porter I enjoyed with cigars, which is straight. It was like a cinnamon bun in your mouth, but it had the like nice dark, chocolate
Oh,
behind it.
nice.
too.
Okay.
So, but like I've done that. I've done the Saranac like variety pack. Decent.
Okay.
For me, I had the same experience actually.
Oh, okay.
It's good. It's like Saranac is like it's like the name brand that everybody knows.
See, I want to give like that whole pack
Yeah.
to somebody who's just getting into beer and doesn't know any better.
Okay.
Here you go. Enjoy it.
Okay.
Try
Because they probably would.
Like we talked about with cigars, you
Yeah.
discuss somebody who maybe
Yeah, start them with a Gurkha, you know?
Yeah. Well, no, Connecticut rap.
Don't do
you
something
know,
like that.
just to get to get lathered up before.
No,
they
I hear you.
migrate
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
more of a
You know what I
medium
will say though, we're dissing Gurkha. To Gurkha's credit, anything that's like the cellar stuff, the cellar reserve stuff, like the 12, the 15, the 18, the 21, that stuff is good. I can smoke that.
Now,
That's okay.
to what you were saying, just to add a little bit to what you say, I know we dump on Gurkha, but
We do.
if I'm not mistaken, they do have the most expensive cigar.
Yeah, they do. It's like a
Yeah.
$500 cigar.
Yeah,
or
His
something.
Majesty.
No, there was 1,000 and
Yeah.
something.
What was it on YouTube? There's
His
a dude that smoked
Majesty
it.
something
Yeah,
or another.
it was man, I forget. It was a YouTube video.
Oh.
There was a rapper that did it.
Yeah,
He
2
smoked it.
Chainz.
2 Chainz did it.
2 Chainz.
2 Chainz smoked it.
2 Chainz smoked it.
Did he roll weed in it?
No.
No.
The guy,
But
the guy,
that would've made it better?
The guy had white gloves and everything. It was like him and
So
his lady.
stupid.
Yeah, it
Oh
was
my
crazy.
They were
God.
hyping it up too. They were like,
Yeah.
"Oh, this is His Majesty's."
Yeah.
And they were like, and 2
Oh,
Chainz
Lord.
didn't know any better, and it was probably a brand endorsement. It was like, "Yeah, it's really good. Oh man, it's really smooth, and I like this a lot." And He's
Yeah.
like, "Wow, this is a great cigar."
But I'll tell you this. So I've had one Gurkha experience. Didn't know it was a Gurkha because my cousin down in Miami, he does contracting work and all kinds of stuff at Star Island. So there's a lot of people that will give him boxes of cigars.
Yeah.
And I remember one of the times I went down there, he was like, "Oh, well, I know you love cigars. Why don't you have at it?"
Yeah.
Now I look at some of his cigars. I'm like, bro, do you have a humidor or some kind of way to keep these cigars? He goes, "No, you need that?"
Uh-oh.
Bro,
It's not looking good.
half of all of his stash was dumped in the garbage. It's like you would pick it up, and it's like an archaeologist picking up a brittle bone, and it just like crumbles as you touch it.
Some Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Some beetles would jump out of other ones. You know what I mean? I was like, holy man. I was like, they probably paid like, $500, $300 for a box. Bro, this is garbage. But there was one box, I guess the latest box that he got, and it had a gold band, and it just says 18-year on it. I didn't know what it was.
Yeah.
It didn't say Gurkha on it.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, shit, well, this one feels nice. Let me try it out. And I'm like smoking it. I was like,
Love this.
yeah, right. Man, I was like,
Earthy.
No, okay. Speaking of
Barnyard.
earth,
Sorry, you said Gurkha. I spilled some ash. I got a little shocked, man.
No,
you
but-
can't do that to me.
I'm tasting it, and just like you said, yeah, earth, but I'm feeling dirt. Wolf. Let's bring back the wolf. Oh, we got to talk about that with Kellen.
Wet
Bro,
dog.
Oh,
Mm.
bro. So I'm like a third in. I was like, I can't do this, man. I got to go buy some cigars. I cannot do this. And I remember I sent you a screenshot of it. I sent him a photo. He goes, bro, you have the Gurkha. Get the fuck out of here.
What?
Am I really? He goes, yep. I was like, no wonder.
Oh,
I was like
18,
completely.
So Rod
Screwed
just
on
said
that.
also a few weeks ago, Belgium Custom pour
Out a bunch of Miller High Life
because
because of the champagne of beers
slogan
printed on it.
Yeah.
Why?
Well, hey,
What do you
So you
think
think
of
about
Plasencia Alma Fuerte?
Oh, is it for me or is
That's
it
for you.
It's
Yeah.
for me.
mhm.
That's Rod asking over here.
Okay. All right. Well, I think that like if you look at the lineup of Plasencia, Alma Fuerte is like the top tier.
Yeah, that should be.
It's marketed as a top tier
Yeah,
too.
it should
Like
be dog.
way before they came out with the 149,
Yeah.
they had that 146 blend, which was silver and white band, which was pretty good. But they got like the Reserve. They've got like you got some other stuff too. They've got the Alma Fuerte, the green, and the Maduro. The green, actually, so unpopular opinion, because I'm gonna go against you here.
Okay.
I like the green a lot, actually.
Okay.
But it's because green is a nice, easy, medium body. When I went to like an event at O&B with Nestor Placencia there. Yeah, I rolled up, and everyone was smoking whatever they brought. And I had the hexagon.
Yeah.
I had the Almafuerte Natural, and he just looked at me and was like, "Yes." That's all. He just points and he says, "Yes." And like you'll hear him say like beautiful or yes because his English isn't.
I never say that's the only words you know in English. Or?
Yeah, no, it's but like to me, if you're like from another country,
yeah,
and you immigrate here and you're hardworking and you're in Nicaragua and you're making amazing products, and beautiful and yes are the two words you have to describe your product, I'm all down for it.
Yeah,
that's all you need to say.
Yeah.
To like real recognize real, it's a great cigar. Yeah, Almafuerte, man, that's like their bread and butter. Like when you think of Placencia, I think a lot of people think Almafuerte. They think of like, hey, what's the cigar that looks like a hexagon?
Hexagon, yeah.
That's it.
So
yeah, he said you want to hear what Will thinks.
Yeah, of course, because I spoke about it the last time.
Yeah, you sure.
So the thing for me on the Almafuerte was, for the price point, it wasn't there for me.
Yeah.
The whole flavor profile. I met Hector as well.
Yeah.
I mean, he signed the box for me, but I was like, nah, it's not for me.
No.
Do you know what I mean? Like there's certain cigars, just like Gurkha, that are not for me.
Yeah.
And I'm not trying to compare it to Gurkha by any means, because I did smoke it. It was a okay cigar, but I expected more for the price point.
Okay.
I get that.
That was just me. And so we were talking about the Olmec. That's what we're talking about.
Yes.
Right here. And then, because we were on the topic of Placencia.
Yeah.
That's that 149.
149.
There you go. Those are ready to go up on the ceiling.
So
yeah.
Where?
So we
Bro, there's a whole section I haven't completed
right
yet.
there. So
I haven't made my way around the room.
we so how's the atmosphere hitting you guys? I mean, I'm struggling a little bit.
You're struggling with yours.
With mine. And you know why? A couple of things.
You're talking too much.
Well, I might be talking too much, but I don't think the camera might be able to pick this up. Your ash should be level, and when you bump it,
it should have a
little. It should have a little
Yeah.
cone at the top of
You
it.
want me to zoom mine in?
Yeah,
Put it-
yeah. But
Mine's the same way.
mine's is inverted, so it's not burning. It's not burning, irregardless if I'm talking too much or what have
Right?
you.
No, I got you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's not laying down right.
Well,
for me,
and you
So,
know what?
That's affecting my.
I didn't
my
have to
experience.
bump mine at all. Mine just kept dropping off, but it was flat. It was
Yeah.
never a cone. And just to show you,
Yeah.
I'm like at that nub phase, but
See,
Yeah.
mine's is kind of concaved. in.
yeah, it's like almost
Yeah.
inverted.
yeah.
Yeah. And I
Yeah.
think that's the difference too, because like, so drop a little industry knowledge on all this, man.
Mhm.
Anejo, that's been one of their staples for a while. The Anejo was like one of their front runners, because you think of H. Upman, you think of this, you think of like a couple of the like other things they do, like the H. Upman Classic and stuff like that. So Altadas, when they did this, man, the reason I am so privy to like the vintage or the heritage,
Mm-hmm.
and I call it the Padron killer, is because like at Altadas you have a couple of different blends that they work on, but the heritage to me was always good because Rafael Nadal, who was like their head master blender, he worked on that. And then if you remember, the same year that came out, they did that Monte Cristo 1935.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
And so they released two very Padron-esque cigars that were very close. This was like a 1964 blend.
Uh-huh.
And then you had the 1935, which was very close to a 1926.
Okay.
It had that smoothness, but it still had that bite kind of towards the second third of it.
Okay.
The Anejo, for me, it's the burn. It's always been the burn.
Mm-hmm.
But for me, it's like I think if you were getting into cigars and you wanted to try something that was a very pleasant aged, middle or the range medium body cigar, this is a great choice.
Yeah.
See, and
I think it's good.
that's just it. I had that cigar yesterday.
Yeah.
And I was at the shop. I was like, you know what? This is the cigar I want to bring
No, nothing.
down to get for you guys.
Nothing.
But because I had a because I had that yesterday. I was like, you know what? Let me try the Heritage.
Yeah.
Because it's, I think, a little step up from it.
It is.
Just taste-wise, because I remember I totally enjoyed that yesterday. I was like, man, and it didn't burn the same way yours is burning today.
Yeah. Maybe
But
it's an operator
same box.
headspace.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes.
I'm just saying, it was, but it had a straight burn. There was never a cap on mine either, like a little bump.
Yeah.
So,
Trust me, I'm not knocking it.
No.
You know, because it is giving me good flavor and good smoke. It's producing good smoke. I know when it first started, it was laying down like dimes. Maybe, like I say, I took too long of a break in the action, or what have you, and it is burning. I had a little wave on it.
Yeah.
And what have you.
I know I've smoked mine pretty quick. I mean, considering.
Yeah.
Well, you and I are like on the same level.
Yeah.
Douglas says, isn't Rafael Nadal a tennis player?
Yes. Him too.
Yeah. A lot of people don't know that. Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
He is.
Great on clay.
He's good.
Great
He's
on
good.
play.
Yeah. I mean, it's like when I think Altadas, I also compare, I think it's good that we evaluate name brands. We need to evaluate name brands because, like, for people just getting into the cigar industry, they're not going to know what to gravitate to. And, 8 times out of 10, they're not going to go to a boutique. They're going to go to something someone's recommended them, which is probably a name brand.
Yep.
Right.
So it's going to be an Altadas product normally. Half the time, I mean, how many people can you count on your fingers that have smoked a Romeo and Julieta, 1875 Reserva Real?
Yeah, boom.
Yeah,
That is everybody's first cigar.
Yeah.
Everyone's like, I have smoked at least one of those. If you're smoking General Cigar Co.
Yeah.
Or like Swedish Match Company.
Yeah.
Or Scandinavian Tobacco Group. I think it's all the same thing now. It's hard to keep terms. Everyone smoked a Bolivar. Everyone has smoked a Macanudo that is from Nicaragua. It's not a Cuban. But the companies that are Altadas and General Cigar that do a lot of the stuff that is name brand, they're like, for me, I got out of it because I felt like they were just piggybacking off of the Cuban.
Yeah.
They were piggybacking off of that name. The one thing I will give credit to is AJ Fernandez.
Uh-huh.
He does a brand called Diesel. No one, a lot of people don't know Diesel is made by AJ.
I didn't know that.
Gravy.
Sunday Gravy.
Sunday Gravy, bro.
Yeah.
Dude,
Sunday Gravy.
That is such a sleeper hit.
If you were going to talk on the top sleepers from AJ, you got to do the Sunday Gravy.
Yes.
You have to do the Stubborn Fool, which is last year's little perfecto.
But hold on, doesn't the Sunday Gravy come out every quarter?
Does.
Right. They keep changing it every quarter. I love it.
I remember smoking Sunday Gravy and having breakfast and eating biscuits and gravy with it. Stupidest thing ever, but it hit. It was great. And I was like, no one would think to put biscuits and gravy. Which is a Southern traditional dish, with this.
Yeah.
It's good.
I like AJ Fernandez collabo when he did with Monte Cristo.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
AJ blends good stuff, man.
Yes.
Oh, but hold on. When
the tea.
Yes, the tea.
Yeah.
Yes.
But hold on. When whatchamacallit, when Drew Estate did the collab with Crown Heads and they did the La Colisión.
That was great.
Oh my God.
I love that cigar.
But
Good.
you know why I think it was better? Because of Crown Heads.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm digging Crown Heads.
That's another Connecticut broadleaf hitter. Drew Estate's bread and butter.
Yeah.
That's
bro.
And I love some of the Caldwell collabs too.
Yes.
Yeah.
We talked about that too.
Oh, so Rod, I love you, Brady. He said he want me to ask you, what are your thoughts on the Christoph cigars?
There you go. Enough said. We're done. We're done.
Somebody in the studio audience said, but
we want
to hear from Kellen.
So I kind of put Christoph on the same tier as like Villager, right?
Yeah.
I think that's
now,
fair.
hold on.
That's fair.
Hold on. Villager. Is it Villager or Villager?
I'm probably pronouncing it wrong. It's probably Villager.
Didn't they have a cigar of the year?
They did
a few years back.
They did.
Okay, but go ahead.
Like 1986.
No. I'm talking about a few years back. Not that far. But go ahead.
I won't get into the cigar aficionado side of things.
Okay,
man. I won't do that because I know how they get the top 100 cigars in Cigar Aficionado. Whatever they do.
All right. Go ahead.
But I put them on the same tab as Villager or Villiger. They're decent cigars.
Yeah.
For the price point, like you were talking about, Almafuerte, I can't justify it. If I'm going to pay anywhere from 12 to 14, I could pick something better.
Okay.
If it's like, and I think Villiger and Christoph's, and hear me wrong, they make a lot of blends. I think their bread and butter is a light to medium blend.
Okay.
It's a Connecticut or it's some sort of Habano blend.
I can't go into great details because I think I might only smoke maybe one. with 2 Christoph in my whole entire life.
They're okay. I mean, I'm not dissing them. I think they're okay. But I mean, like, if I was going to pay $12 or $14 for a cigar,
Mm-hmm.
and I was like, I want something that's tasty, but I want a medium body, I probably wouldn't think them first.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
So I've also got a question. It's actually 2. One from Douglas that says, "What's your opinion on the Perdomo line? Favorite, if any?"
Cool. No, that's a good question.
Oh,
That's a good question.
I cut my teeth on Perdomo. I cut my teeth when I started off in the game.
Yeah.
I was a heavy duty 10-year anniversary champagne.
I was too.
There you
I
go.
was too.
Yeah.
So this is bad.
Uh-oh.
I've done something on my page where I've done honest cigar reviews because I think people should get the honest stuff with no filter.
Correct.
I've done the 10th anniversary. I think it's the Maduro. I think it's the blue
yeah.
label.
Yep. They just dropped that though not too long ago, right? That was like what, last year or a year before maybe?
I believe so.
Yeah.
I could be wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Fact check.
Yeah, fact check me on that. Someone out there fact check me.
No, that's
what
what White Hands here. White Hands
So,
are.
Perdomo anniversary, the Maduro, the 10th year, blue band.
Yes.
I did not care for it. I thought the draw was bad. The ash was flaky. You didn't seem to stay together. And for me, the taste was all over the place. If I'm having to like relight something more than like 3 times, I'm calling it quits. I'm deducting points. Like if you're going to do that cigar rating, it's like a 7.
Okay.
Yeah, see, that's how we feel when we have a cigar.
Yes.
Yeah.
And we always talk about, first and foremost, the draw, the burn.
and the burn. Correct.
Yeah.
And the amount of smoke it produce.
Yeah.
And then the notes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
In that order.
yeah, I'm good.
And
so,
the ones we have the most issues with are the ones we have to constantly relight.
Yeah.
And you know what? If it goes to 4, I'm not giving it 5.
No.
It's tossed.
Yeah.
And when you think about it, you having an even burn affects so much of the flavor, man. If your cigar starts to canoe or canal, and it starts to like if one half of it is all the way up
down and the other one's
half
still
is
up,
right here, your flavor is going to be all over the place. It's going to go from something that's really pleasant to like a barbecue gone wrong.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
It's going to taste like charcoal briquettes.
You
quickly.
overcooked it.
Right.
Yeah.
In my humble opinion, man,
Okay.
Perdomo puts out a lot of good stuff, man, for different palates. For me, I think the only thing that really should be in a humidor of every shop is the champagne.
Yeah.
The champagne was buzz.
Because if I was going to...
that's why I cut my teeth on.
Yeah. If
That
someone
damn
came to me
champagne.
and they were like, I want a good starter cigar, but I don't want a Romeo.
Yeah.
A champagne
There you
all
go.
the time.
Champagne
Do
all
a
the time.
champagne Toro.
Yeah.
Tell me what you think.
Shoot, at one time, I was smoking every day the damn Nick sticks by Perdomo. Now you just mentioned about the blue band.
Yeah.
How about the sun grown, the red band?
Sungrown, I do give props to. The Sungrown's
Okay.
actually pretty good.
Okay.
I'm not going to rank it like I would smoke this every
You're smoking
day,
above the blue band.
but I was smoking above the blue band.
Okay.
100%.
Yeah, so hopefully that answers Douglas's question.
Yeah.
And he goes, "What are your thoughts on the Dutch Masters line?"
An affordable quality product for any affordable occasion.
Ah, you gotta love Cam for this, bro.
I think the funniest thing anybody could do is walk into a high class event. Like if you walked into a Davidoff or a Padron event and you smoke a Dutch Master. I think that would be awesome.
That would be great.
You go up to these experienced connoisseurs and you go, I really love the flavor notes on this Dutch Master or this White Owl Grape. It is fantastic.
Or how about we go to the next Jewish State event and smoke Swisher Sweets?
They bought them out, bro.
That's what I'm saying.
They'd be all right with it.
That's what I'm saying. Like, let's do it.
We don't care what you buy as long as you buy from us.
Shits and giggles.
Yeah, man.
But also, Ken had a question. How do they get to the top 100 cigars of Cigar Aficionado?
Okay.
Sounds like a story is there.
The story is there.
A story is there.
So, a lot of people don't know this, but if I tell you this, you got to promise not to tell Cigar Aficionado. They're gonna hunt me down.
You're going live, bro.
I don't want like a Joe Pesci painting the house, Goodfellas type of thing. All right. So Cigar Aficionado, they pick their top 50 or top 100 because people pay for it.
Yeah.
Cigar brands pay for it. Like, why do you think that like an Altadas brand cigar is like number 10? Like, what was it? Not the 1935 Monte Cristo like a couple years ago was like number 3 cigar of the year. It's good, but for $16, I'll still buy a Padron if it's going to taste like it.
Yeah. Exactly.
Why is it that you never see a Padron in the top 100? Why is it you never see a Tatawahe top 100? They're not paying for it. They don't have to.
Yeah, and
Simple as
that's exactly
So
what
they're
Corey
buying
said.
likes.
Advertising dollars.
That's exactly
they're
what that
buying
is,
likes. They're buying likes.
Like I love Rocky Patel to
Buying
death.
likes.
He's a dude that fights hand in fist for the cigar industry and for cigar industry rights. I love that man. He's
Who,
a very cool dude.
You talking about Rocky?
Rocky.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Rocky's a cool dude.
Now I had a cigar by his brother. Is it Nero?
Nish. Rocky deserves to be in the top 100 in my opinion.
Really?
Truly. Because it's like
You like the what's it? The vintage? Oh man, I forgot the damn year on that.
Take your time.
there's so many, man. It's hard to keep track.
No, but he definitely makes some good sticks.
For me, the top three.
In the special.
Oh yeah.
Yes, the special, the white band one.
Yeah.
Yes.
For me, it was like when so I draw the line. I'll tell you where I draw the line. But for me, when I first started smoking, I was 6 months in cigars. The Sun-Grown Maduro was always my favorite from Rocky. That was a great cigar that did not get a lot of praise.
Yes.
Fantastic box press and everything,
yes.
man.
Corey said that Rocky Patel's 60th is no joke.
Yes.
A good
It's
smoke.
not. It's a great smoke. And when people think about Rocky too, the top three that come to mind too are the 2006 San Andreas, the one with the yellow band on it,
Mm-hmm.
and the 1990. The 1990 is the one where it was Honduran broadleaf, which gave it that kind of smoky-esque clean taste. And it's a great cigar. I love that thing. And he box presses his stuff, and he purposely makes his cigar sizes longer so you get more bang for the buck. And with box pressing, yes, he's 60. The 60 and the Disciple were some of my favorite releases.
Really?
By Rocky.
Well, check this out.
You don't.
Is there anything I don't have?
All right, hold that thought.
Yeah.
Hold that thought. We have one question, and I'm going to come to you with
The
another
Deadwood
question.
Coffin Humidor.
Yeah, that's what he doesn't have.
We're not going to bring that up.
So we got a question from JJ. He want to know is are you going to be at our meet and greet, which is June 3rd from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. at the Cigar Shop? That was the question.
Hey, man, y'all invite me on there.
You hear that, guys? Y'all want my man Kellen here at our meet and greet because we would love to have him. I mean, again, he comes with a rich knowledge,
a plethora of
knowledge of cigars and what have you. So chime in on that. And my second question, and this is actually probably a question he wanted to ask, but he totally forgot.
Cool.
Probably.
You mentioned different cigars, different sizes, this, that, and the third. What are your thoughts on Lancero?
Ooh.
Size.
You're right. I did forget.
Yes.
So
because this man over here, he's
I
a huge fan of the Lancero.
I am too. So Lanceros traditionally for the longest time were Cuban cigars. Like Trinidad did the Fundador, and that was like
I had a Trinidad Lancero.
The jam, man, for the longest time. Trinidad's is, like in general, Lanceros are stuff that are just starting to pop back up into the cigar community now.
Yes.
You're seeing more people make them now because they're becoming more of a popular size. I love Lanceros because to me, to get something that's a 30 to 45 minute good smoke, get a lot of flavor from it. It tapers differently, man.
Yeah,
it does.
I almost feel like one of my favorites, believe it or not, there was an LFD that was a Lancero. I think it was a $23 MSRP.
Great. Yeah.
It was fantastic.
How about Aaron blessed us with the Oliva V's?
The Oliva V Lancero. Oh my God.
It's good.
Yes. Oh my God.
My jam has been the 135, the 135th anniversary. That I'm talking to people, it looks like a baseball bat, but it's that kind of perfecto size.
Yeah.
Dude, the 135th from Oliva was good too, but like in Lanceros,
Ooh.
one that I will shamelessly plug all day long, all day long. And shout out to my man Frank Kleckner, who is with El Septimo now. Franklin brought in El Septimo for us at Burners. The Lancero that El Septimo makes, the Da Vinci, in their artist series, it's a yellow band, traditional Lancero size. It's a little longer than what other people are putting out. Delicious. Buy it. It's like $16, $18. Buy it.
What do you think of the L40?
Is that brick and mortar?
It's brick and mortar. You can buy it online from El Septimo too, but like shameless plug again, because I work for it. Burners. Go to Burners. We have El Septimo. It's good.
Okay.
Nice.
It's like it's a Costa Rican cigar.
Nice.
If you haven't had Costa Rican tobacco, you should try it.
Yeah, you should definitely try it.
Whole different world.
Because when I was in Costa Rica.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Now you was talking a little bit about the L40.
I wanted to
I
get your
love
opinion.
L40.
Yeah.
I love L40.
I love the
To
L40.
me,
man.
LFD can do no wrong because anything you do with Lido, it can do no wrong.
Yeah.
He has something for everybody. Even though he makes heavier strength cigars,
Yes.
you get a medium and it's good.
Yeah.
You get like dude, we all have one of those football cigars rolling around in the humidor.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so let's see.
Great.
Agree. Funny thing is, I got both the 60 and the ALR because my wife picked them
Mm-hmm.
because of the band as a surprise and enjoyed them both.
Did he shop at Tinderbox? I might have been there. When I
No,
sold it.
he's up in Indiana.
Oh no, then never mind.
Okay, and Ken, he says, love the Lancero, L40, the Phineas Gauge, Skinny Monsters from Tatuaje.
Oh, yes.
All
Oh.
solid.
Yeah, dude, Frank from Skinny Monsters and the Drac were my jam. I
Oh.
love the Skinny Monsters.
I haven't had.
It's the Halloween stuff from
Halloween
Tatuaje.
stuff, yeah.
That is what everybody goes to.
Oh,
You
for
could
real?
forget every other Tatuaje, and people will jam out to the monsters. Like, giving you some perspective, we had the Redux series
Mm-hmm.
of the. It was the Drac. We had the Redux series of the Drac.
Okay.
When I worked at Tinderbox, and people were like, it was a Toro size Redux, and people were buying it left and right.
Wow.
Could not keep a box on hand, man.
So
I bet. I mean,
Good.
it's the same with our shop. Whenever they have the L40, it
Gone.
disappears.
It's gone.
So when I saw it and there was like 3 left in the box, I grabbed the whole box. I'm like, whatever's in here is mine.
Yeah.
Wow. So Rod, one of our viewers on my channel, said he definitely would like to have you here
Okay.
on the 3rd.
Much appreciated.
So
Awesome.
lock that in.
Yeah, because we're doing raffles and
Yes.
that and this
Well, I
This-
thought my question of
one of-
asking
one of
is
one-
they're kind of, you know,
one of
ask-
one will be in
Yes,
the raffle.
yo,
Hold on.
Yeah.
JJ, shout out goes to JJ
JJ.
again for asking the question. Now, let's talk a little bit about our meet and greet
Okay.
because we do have some updates to share with everybody.
We do.
So by the next show, we will provide everybody with a list who will be traveling from out of town
And coming in.
and coming in of hotels that they can reach and contact to make any type of hotel arrangements. But going back on the 3rd, it will be at the Cigar Shop. Again, that's 14,001 East Independence Boulevard. And that's going to be on June the 3rd from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. Now, some of the things that we're doing at the meet and greet, we will have some swag that we're going to be raffling off. As a matter of fact, I'm going to give another shout out to my man JJ from Galaxy Designs, who actually donated an ashtray that we will be raffling off. We're going to be raffling off some swag, some of our merch as well, and also some other swag. And
Like the one of
one of one, there you go.
that ashtray by JJ himself.
Yes,
Bro, you need to sign it.
yeah.
You need to
And-
sign
and-
it.
And
I gotta get the stamps.
on top of that,
I'll get you those.
the coup de grace, we will have
Like, yeah, run it.
an allocated bourbon that we will be raffling off at the event. So you better be there or be square. Now, once the event is over and you still want to vibe with us, you still want to kick it with us, we're going to bring the party to the Cigarage.
The
World's
famous
famous
Cigarage.
And what we're going to do here at the world famous Cigarage,
UFC.
UFC,
And you know what? I'll probably mute that and I'll put on some tunes.
put on some tunes, and we probably have some food too as well.
Yes.
So we're gonna
Yes.
we going balls to the walls on this for you guys that continue to support us. It's just our way of saying thank you for supporting us. We are celebrating. We are coming up on a 1 year
1 year.
1 year
I think
anniversary.
it's June 18th or June 19th.
Yes,
one
yes,
of those.
Yes.
But I know I have a question from a lot of the viewers that we got.
Mhm.
If they cannot attend, can they buy a raffle? Ooh. Interesting, no?
We will have the answer to that probably by the next our next show.
Okay.
And also, we had another question from JJ. How much are the raffles? We are working out the numbers on that as we speak. It's really kind of based on a couple of factors.
Yeah.
Because me and you actually sat down and talked yesterday on the type of swag we want to have.
Yeah, the cost of the swag, everything that we're putting out.
Exactly.
Yeah, we're
Exactly.
not necessarily trying to break even, but
No.
we're not going to spend $1,000 and get like $100 in raffle tickets.
Yeah. And you know what? We're just being very transparent with our viewers on that. I mean, we're kicking around ideas of having shirts, stickers, patches, maybe some tumblers.
Yep.
And some cigar swag as well.
Yep.
And also, like I said, that bottle of allocated bourbon that we will be raffling off. So we kind of
which has been cleared.
Yes,
which has been cleared, so we can
we
raffle
are working
off.
out the details. We'll probably have all of that buttoned up for you for the next show. So we definitely want you again. Please, if you could do us a favor, tell a friend to jump on our show next week because we will have all those details now hammered out for everybody.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm here to tell you, June 3rd is going to be epic. I don't care if one person show up or 100 people show up.
It's still going to be epic.
It's going to be epic. It is something that you do not want to miss.
Yeah.
Am I right on that?
You are 100% correct on that.
Yes.
Now, Ken actually said, well, damn, happy early anniversary. He goes, the year flew by. Bro, tell me about it. I can't believe we've been doing this every Wednesday for a year.
Yeah.
Bro.
Yeah.
What?
And we started off actually doing pre-recorded.
And
then we went live.
We did it live. Then we went back to some pre-recorded when we had to take a break. Yeah. But then we just
we're still working on some kinks.
We got guests. I mean, look, Kellen's here, man.
We got what? 1, 2, 3, 4. We got about 4 or 5 people in the studio.
Humble, man.
Studio audience. This is awesome, man. This is
awesome. No, seriously.
I appreciate y'all having me out here.
I appreciate you coming.
We appreciate you coming, bro. Because you don't live next door like Aaron does.
Yeah.
No.
You made him walk next door and get the guitar.
Yeah.
So
check this out.
Hold on, somebody.
Before we go.
Yeah. Check this out.
We're gonna end the show with a tune, and we'll do our, usual thing.
So check this out. One of the doggone things that my man Kellen does, he is a guitarist. Am I saying that right? All right. So I just want to make sure.
I'm a cigarist.
I'm a cigarist. So we're gonna have him pick up a guitar and drop a tune
and play us out. So we're probably gonna be wrapping this up here in the next 2 or 3 minutes. Mm-hmm.
Again, I can't thank you guys enough for
joining in,
participating, and being a part of this journey. Once again, like I said always, hey, we just 2 schmoes in the garage, chilling, talking smack.
I mean, that's the whole thing with us also. When we first started this, we just love what we do.
Correct.
We don't dissect the cigars. We tell you if we like it, we don't like it, what we like, what we don't like, what flavor notes we get, and we move on. I mean, one of the most talked about shows I think that I've heard more comments on was our Halloween show.
Top 5 candy.
Top 5 candy. Yeah. Bottom 5 candy.
And that black licorice.
Wait, just out of curiosity, what do Whoppers say?
Oh, Whoppers. I like Whoppers.
I don't know where Whoppers came in.
Love hate, bro. Love hate. Bottom for me.
No, hold.
It's an age thing.
It's an age thing. No, but hold on. It wasn't just an age thing. Remember, it was also a regional thing.
It wasn't
That's
worse.
True.
It wasn't
because
worse than
you go for Northeast to the Southern and then to Midwest and complete West. Dude, you had different candies from what we had on the discussion. But I know chewing on that wax candy called
Candy corn.
Candy corn.
Oh, candy corn.
It's a love or hate, bro. Oh, what was that one?
It's almost as bad as eating.
What was it?
A peep.
A peep.
Peep. We talking about peeps.
They make peep cakes now.
Wait, do you remember Circus candy? Circus peanuts.
Yes, Circus peanuts.
Oh, yeah.
It's the orange styrofoam. Fucking.
Yeah.
Like, why am I eating styrofoam?
It's like
cool.
What is it? Nico wafers, the predecessor to
Nico.
Smarties. And,
Nico.
Nico wafers.
Can those Nico?
Chalk on a stick.
Chalk on a stick.
Anything you can find readily accessible at Cracker Barrel, you probably should not eat.
Even Ken said, Nico,
and the candy cigarettes.
And the candy cigarettes. That's right. And the candy cigarettes. Oh yeah.
Hey,
Oh,
so
yeah.
we're gonna get Kelly here to play us a tune.
Yeah,
I
while
don't know,
we
do
do
you
our
get-
thing.
I don't know if you got if you're taking any requests or anything like that. but
I know. Wait. Somebody had said earlier
do we have a request?
there was a request. Any Irish song,
I think Zach Bryant might.
any Irish drinking song.
No, we're not,
Oh my
we're
God.
not doing that.
Oh, we're not doing any
I
of that.
can't say I don't know any Irish drinking songs.
There you go.
Yeah.
So note of that.
Jacob said,
Is Will going to break out his
his
Coldplay vinyl?
I didn't say anything. I didn't say
Oh.
anything. Why don't you play one of your favorites?
Oh, there we go.
Yes.
One of my favorites,
yeah,
man.
one of your favorites.
Oh,
It doesn't even have to be something your favorite.
Hopefully
as
it's a
far as
song that
playing
we
for
all
other
know.
people, something you just like enjoy playing.
Yeah, it's something you
one of my
enjoy playing.
favorites, man. One of my favorite like '60s tunes was always "House of the Rising Sun"
Oh,
There you go.
Do it.
by the Animals. And
Yeah,
now,
the Animals, man.
now the time is gone where the Animals are like no longer. But
Okay.
that was
All right, so
Do
we're
it,
gonna get Kellen to take us out on House of the Rising Sun. Before he does that, I know you want to get tuned up and what have you. We, as always, we want everybody out there to be happy,
to be healthy,
to be,
to be
safe,
safe,
but,
but
more
more importantly,
we want you to
be easy.
We'll see you next week, and my man Kellen's gonna take us down the road.
down the road.
Go for it, bro.
Yes, sir.
Let's hear it.
Let's hear it.
There is a house in New Orleans.
Okay, check you out.
They call the rising
I
sun.
don't know the words.
It's big. Yeah, whatever. But God, I know I'm one. I hope you're all enjoying this.
Yes.
Hopefully it's loud enough so they can hear. I'm
Yeah.
gonna stop talking. So
Rob said, as usual, great show.
thank you, brother.
Thank you, brother. Thank you.
Appreciate it. Hey, popping up the likes. Yeah.
Like it.
Appreciate you all.
Man, you guys are great.
Yeah. Great guest and show today. Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Looking forward to seeing
We so enjoyed
everybody.
having
Yes.
Kellen here tonight.
I appreciate you.
Yeah, seriously.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Thank
Y'all
you
have
so
a good
much.
night.
Y'all have
Yeah.
a good night, and we're definitely going to see everybody.
Everybody.
June the 3rd, baby.
June the 3rd.
Yes, sir.
Mark it on your calendars.
Mark it on your calendar. Y'all be good, stay smoky, and we love you. Peace.
Yeah.
Good stuff. Good.